All right, so we got the presentation coming up. Great. Okay, so anyway, sorry that my webcam is not cooperating. All of you know, obviously, we're doing this thing live, and I'm excited to be here. How many of you got a text message from me? Just say yes in the chat box if you got a text. Very good. Yeah, some of you got two. I know. That was a mistake. I'm sorry. We were trying to automate it to where it would send you a reminder text, obviously, before our Success Connections every week, and somehow it actually sent it twice. That's my mistake. If you did not get a text message, that's because you have not opted in to our text message program. So be sure to check your emails. And we'll send you some emails you can click on. You can opt in, and all it does is let us send you a quick reminder about getting on, obviously, each Thursday night and working with us. So I'm really excited about tonight. You can see on the screen here we've got a really great presentation for you. Now, our presenter tonight is one of my really good friends. And obviously you can see his name, Anik Singal. I've known him now for many years, and he and I are obviously both in the same industry, doing the same thing. We love to teach, we love to coach, we love to help people and help them change their lives. So it's really an exciting opportunity for me to be able to get Anik on here to share this information with you tonight. How many of you, just say yes in the chat box, how many of you would love to do exactly what I am doing? Now, I'm doing email marketing. You all know that, and we teach it, and we teach it, and we teach it, okay? All right? So all of you say yes. I see a ton of you. Okay, very good. All right. I have dedicated my entire business, to teaching you email marketing. And I'm laser focused, right? How many of you would agree that I've been pretty laser focused on email marketing with all of our trainings, everything that we're putting together? Laser focused, right? And I'm keeping my eye on that, okay? My end goal is to make all of you successful email marketers, because I truly believe it's the absolute just best thing that any of us can be doing right now in our business, okay? However, there is a way to accelerate email marketing. There is a way to make email marketing even better than maybe it already is. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about how you can take email marketing and essentially make double the money from the emails that you send. How many of you would like to make double the money when you press send than you're making currently? Just say yes. Or no, I guess, if you don't like money. Okay. I'm seeing a ton of yeses. What we're going to go through tonight is a simple 7-step formula that Anik has put together to teach you how you can build your own online business literally using nothing but information, okay? What that means is he's going to show you just literally 7 steps to where you could create your own product about whatever it is that you're passionate about, whatever it is that you know a lot about, whatever it is that you're interested in. You know, we've talked about dog training. You all probably heard Chloe barking just a second ago because she's like got a laser for exactly 8 o'clock Central. She decides she's going to bark. That's just the way it is. I would love, after I teach Chloe when to stop barking, to put together a course on how I did that and offer it to people online. How many of you could see yourself doing something like that? Being able to follow a proven system and put together a course of information that people need, that people want, that help people, that helps them change their lives, helps them solve problems, right? Helps them be more successful. And then be able to sell it all over the world in an automated fashion. And when you send emails and you are selling a product that you own, guess what? You make all the money not just 50% like you do as an affiliate. How many of you feel like that's pretty cool? Just say yes for me if you feel like that's pretty cool. Awesome. Well, listen, my good friend Anik, who's here with us tonight, Anik is dedicating his whole life, his business, to creating 1,000 digital marketers, people that are successful, people that are able to build a product from scratch using his formula and his system, launch it to the world, and have massive success. And that's why I asked Anik to come on with us tonight. You know, I always like to make sure everything is laser focused. I don't want you bouncing around like a pinball, right? I want you laser focused on what you need to do to have massive success. What Anik is going to show you now is basically how to double the profits you make when you send your emails, right? How to control your own profit margins instead of being just an affiliate. I'm not saying being an affiliate is bad. I'm an affiliate. You all know this. But I also have my own products, and I want you to as well. But I'm focused on teaching you to be an email marketer. So I wanted to find the best person on planet Earth to teach you how to do what I'm doing over here. How many of you want to learn from the best person on planet Earth? Not the second best, not the third best, not the fourth best, not somebody that nobody knows anything about, not somebody that pretends to do something that they don't actually do to teach you crap that they read in an ebook. I'm talking about somebody who did $11,400,000 in February of this year. Would you agree that that qualifies him to teach you how he did that? Yes or no? I see a lot of yeses. Okay, what you need to do, cut off all the distractions. Turn off your television. Cut off your cell phone. Tell the people in the room to leave the room. Focus. Get a piece of paper. Get a pen. Take notes. Pretend this is college class and you paid $50,000 to be here, because trust me, the information that you'll learn tonight is worth more than the college classes that you probably paid $50,000 to attend. Does that make sense? Are we all on the same page, yes or no? Very good. This is our success connection. This is where I connect you with information and with people that are going to help you have massive, massive, massive success. And I am excited right now to introduce my good friend Anik. Anik, are you here?
I am. Let me turn mine on and see. Can you guys see me? Do you guys see me waving at you? Guy sitting in the blue shirt, super excited. Let's see. Type in a yes if you see me. All right, awesome. At least my webcam is working. Anthony, thank you for that introduction. I have it on recording, by the way. I hit the record button right as you were giving it, and I think I'm going to listen to that a lot of times. Let me first start by saying, everybody, how blessed you are to have Anthony as someone that looks after you, that takes care of you. He's so right with the laser focus, and he couldn't be more right with the one way of doubling the amount of money you make. Actually, listen to this presentation, because I'm going to give you an example. It's going to make you laugh, but it's a great example of, you know, what it would look like if you were in the world of having a job and wanted to get a 100% raise versus if you're in our business looking to get a $100,000 raise. So, Anthony, thank you for that introduction. For you guys who are here, thank you for being here, and congratulations on being so devoted and dedicated to be here. All right? I have 7 steps, as you can see from my screen, that I'm going to walk you through, okay? These 7 steps are it. They are the final, the ultimate 7 steps you need if what you want to do is create an information product and build a lifetime of safe income and build a business that actually contributes to the world, okay? We're not just talking about making money here, guys. We're talking about building a future. All right, so what I'm going to do, Anthony, if I have your permission to go ahead and just get started, I'm going to switch on over, turn my webcam off, and we're just going to dive right into the PowerPoint. Oh, one last note. Take notes. I know you guys hear that before. I mean it here, because there are going to be parts where I give you lists, I give you steps, I give you checklists. I want you to write those down, because that's what it's all about. I'm actually giving you actionable training today, and I want you to go take action with it. So, Anthony, if you're ready, I'm going to go ahead and dive right in.
I am. I do want to say one more thing before you get started, because I know we've got a ton of people on here. We're about to max out the GoToWebinar, so there's not going to be enough enough seats for anybody else. I did forget in all of my excitement, Anik, when I hear $11.4 million in like 14 days, even my mind starts spinning a little bit. So I got a little excited, and I did forget to mention I am giving away our cash prize tonight. I know that a lot of times I forget this because I get too excited. So I am giving away the cash prize. Here's what I'm going to do, because I want you to listen to what Anik has to say. I'm just going to be stupid tonight. Sometimes, hey, I'm guilty of just being out of my own mind. I'm going to go ahead, and tonight on this webinar, I'm going to give away 2 cash prizes. I'm going to give away $1,000 to one person and $500 to another person. You can win if you're on here at the very end when Anik and I say, congratulations on learning, congratulations on taking the next step to having massive success doing what he and I are doing, probably a combined an unreal amount of money every year. And I'm going to, when you're on at the very end, I'm going to announce 2 winners. How many of you are going to be on at the very end? And oh, look, shoot, I can't even finish what I'm saying, Anik. There's so many people saying yes. Listen, this is how much I care about your success. I'm willing to ethically bribe you to stay on here, pay attention, listen, learn, have massive success, do what you need to do to take the next step to have financial freedom and time freedom. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. Anik, I'm going to turn it over to you. It looks like everybody's excited as can be about the presentation, the training, the 7-step formula, and, of course, the cash bonuses.
All right, thank you very much. That's very generous of you, Anthony. And I'll tell you what, I might just do something nifty at the very end, too, for those of you who take notes. Maybe I'll ask you a question. You get it right, maybe we'll do something as well. Maybe I'll throw some money around, too, just to make sure to bribe you. I think it's great. I just want to help you guys out. You'll see I have a mission here. I'm on a mission today. All right, so let me turn this webcam off, and let's dive right on in. Okay, guys, listen. You're going to learn how you can build an online business using nothing but information. Here's what to expect today. I'm going to give you the #1 business model and how I discovered it. Frankly, I could have this argument all day long with anybody, anywhere. It is the #1 business model. You'll see why. You're going to get the exact 7 steps. I'm going to share some eye-opening examples and case studies with you. I have a few videos, okay? They're about a minute long each, and they all give you really, really amazing golden nuggets. So you've got to be ready to listen to those. The actual video feed will be a little choppy because of GoToWebinar, but you'll be able to hear them perfect, all right? Then I'm also going to talk about the Freedom Income Blueprint, and here's why. Can you type in a big yes right now if you're on this webinar today because you're looking for financial freedom, okay? I swear we should have 1,000 people saying yes right now. I want to see a big, loud yes. Oh, my God. Awesome. You know what? You're going to crash my computer, guys. Here's why I'm asking this. I know it's a dumb question. Obviously, you wouldn't be here if you weren't. But it's because we get so locked up in the word financial, we forget the word freedom. And listen to my presentation today because I have been victim of that, and I'm going to share with you exactly how to get out of that. Okay? And then, of course, guys, taking action. It's all about taking action, taking action, taking action. I'm going to give you specific steps. I'm going to teach you today how to get started. All right? So here's the deal, though. Whenever we do presentations like this, they always say the audience will determine the energy level of the person presenting. It is right currently 9+ p.m. for me, and I want to ask you, I want to make a request of you. I'm going to ask you to engage with me multiple times throughout tonight. I'm going to ask you to answer questions. Right now, let's just say all capital letter yes if you're going to be able to give me that loud energy that I need to just absolutely keep running and rushing and, oh, wow. Okay, who said? Bear says yes, so he wins the prize for being the most excited right now. Okay, guys, so let's keep going. I'm really excited to be here, by the way, and thank you for having me. All right, so my big mission that I get to talk about today is to empower you, but really I want to be the advocate for the digital publishing space. I have made it a goal to create 1,000 information marketers. I want to help 1,000 people use information to create financial freedom. We're going to create 1,000 digital publishers. That is my declaration using this very model. I call this the circle for your financial freedom. There are 7 steps to dominating as a digital publisher. Now, digital publisher, I'm going to explain what that is in a minute, and I'm going to go through each of these steps in great detail, all right? So, what the heck is digital publishing? Well, guys, take any experience you have, expertise you have, passion you have, hobby you have, and I know there's going to be a few of you out there saying, I don't have either of those. First of all, that's not true, and I'll prove it to you, but fine. I'll play the game for a moment, and I'll agree with you that maybe you don't. Well, listen, we're in the information business, so skip that step. Go right to gathering information. We're going to show you exactly where to gather information from, how to get that information, and the key part about digital publishing is simply organizing that information into what we call a course, an online course. That is digital publishing, putting it through a marketing system, again, which I hand to you today. I'm going to share a story with you and then give you a number, okay, later on in this presentation that's going to leave your jaw on the ground, seriously. Now, that's digital publishing. That's it, okay? Traditional publishing is dying, and that word publishing shouldn't scare you whatsoever, okay? We're talking about information marketing. Now let's talk about traditional publishing. God, You'd have to wait around for years to be discovered sometimes. Somebody else comes along, tells you what you're worth. They tell you to write a book. They judge you whether you're the expert or not. They drive your business. And all in the end, you get to keep, what, 10% of the money? That doesn't sound very interesting to me. Whereas in digital publishing, you can start today. You don't have to have prior experience. You don't have to be a business person. You don't have to have great, huge publishing contacts. You don't have to have a tremendous amount of money. And you get to completely control your business and keep 100% of what you generate. Now that sounds like a true business to me. That's why digital publishing is really the best business model for you. It's incredibly easy to automate. I hate when people say things like, make money while you sleep. But here's the thing, guys. Last night while I slept, I made over $150,000 in digital publishing sales. So I was sleeping. I mean, I literally made money when I was sleeping because my websites don't sleep. They're up and running and sales are happening. You don't have to carry stock or inventory. Let's talk about this. There's a lot of buzz in the market right now about physical products. My own wife is launching a physical product business. It's great. All right, she loves it. But here's the deal. It took her 4 months to get that thing launched because she had to go find inventory, buy inventory. That inventory is half cluttering up my house right now. I'm trying to get rid of it. It's everywhere. There's costs involved. Digital publishing is such a low barrier of entry. I could seriously, especially now that I'm trained, I can do this in 2 weeks. I can come up with an idea and 2 weeks later be making money from it. And there's lower risk because of the fact that I don't have rent, I don't have employees, I don't have inventory, warehousing, shipping. Oh, I don't have to deal with all these people, right? And I get to earn an income doing something I absolutely love. I could talk about this entrepreneurship stuff all day long. It's 9+ guys right now at night. I've been up since 9 a.m. I have been presenting this stuff for a while. I've been teaching. We had people in the office today I was teaching. I mean, I just love this stuff, and I'll do it literally. I think I talk about this stuff in my sleep even. All right? So let's first talk about the solution that you've been waiting for and the most common reason students avoid success. I'm going to give you 4 reasons, and I actually want you to answer this question at the end of this presentation. I want you to tell me which of these 4 is your #1 reason for being held back. So let's first talk about experience. A lot of people will say, well, you know, being an entrepreneur, you got to know what you're doing. If I'm going to be a digital publisher, I need to know internet marketing. I have to have done this before. Not the case, guys. We built this program for people that have not. I have thousands of success stories, thousands of case studies. I wouldn't have that if all of them had to have prior entrepreneurial experience. Second, creating an information product. People think, I can't really do that. They're afraid of the process. They doubt whether they have information that's worth anything. I'm going to defeat that mindset today as well. It's not true, and believe me, I have met thousands of people in my life, and I've never met a single person who could convince me to even 5% agree that they didn't have information worth other people paying for. #3, technology. Look, this is one of my biggest blunders. 13 years down the road now, I've been doing this stuff for 13 years. You could put a gun to my head right now and tell me to load a page onto the internet, and I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do. So you guys do not need to know technology. More so today than ever before, you don't need technology. And then the 4th reason can sometimes be selling. People will think and say, if I create a product, that means I have to sell the product. If I have to sell the product, I have to be pushy and I have to be salesy and I have to get in front of people. No. Guys, that's what's amazing about taking your passion is that we're going to teach you a formula. We're going to give you a template. You fill out that formula, and literally the only sales material you ever need pops up on your website, and you're not ever meeting anybody. You're not doing anything. As a matter of fact, you could be on vacation. You're not dealing with the customers if you choose not to. So we have a fully tested, proven, and scalable system, all right, for all these things have been taken care of. So answer a question for me real quick. Which of these is the #1 thing that you believe would be holding you back right now, or is your #1 potential concern? Answer that question for me right now. Okay, we've got Ray is fear of creating a product. We've got Michael, fear. We've got a couple of you saying not knowing the steps, which is perfect. We've got technology, web. Guys, it's all over the place. Some say sales, some say experience. That's tremendous. All right, great. Well, I'm glad that this system has been done in such a way to consider all 4. So let me show you an example here of Dr. Ted, someone who had neither of all, who also didn't come with any experience, didn't come with any technology background, didn't have a product, and certainly doesn't like to sell. He's a chiropractor, 3rd-generation chiropractor, and he uses some very specific energy healing practices. And he came to us about a year ago, and he said, listen, I love serving my local community, but I want to have an impact around the world. I want to have a bigger impact. And in less than a year, the number actually, as of yesterday, I got from him is that over $120,000 in sales he's created. But here's the deal. He was actually pretty upset and kicking himself because he said, you know what, Anik, I've been distracted. I mean, he had his third child this year, so I don't blame him. But he's been very, very, very busy in his practice. He said, I've been doing this super part-time, but now he's ready to scale up. He's working on his third digital project now. He said by 2016, 90% of his business is going to be online. His number one dream is going to finally come true. He is now treating patients as far as Singapore. He's working with patients in Australia. He's working with patients even in Africa. I mean, this guy has literally begun to reach the world, okay? And he tells me he's got about 15 accounts that look like this, where money is just popping in, whether he's using email marketing to promote affiliate products or his own. Let's look at this story. One of my favorite stories of all. Dawn Clark has been using digital publishing to change the world using information for a long time. And I mean change the world, by the way. She's actually figured out a way for people to change their DNA for wealth generation. And she has an amazing story because she's a single mother. She raised 3 children through Ivy League education using digital publishing, but she was not doing it right for the longest time. So she was completely imperfect, okay? And for every time she would deploy the system, she'd do about 3 times a year or so, she'd still make $40,000 to $50,000 every single time. So she was making low 6 figures, not knowing the right way of doing it. Well, she started working with us about 3-4 months ago, and we instantly, like overnight, we tripled what she was doing in her business. And that means each event that she was already doing, we just tripled what the results of it were. But here's the best part. She really became a believer, then came to us and really implemented the 7 steps. She's going to do over $1 million this year. She's literally going to see about 700% growth in her business this year. Her quote, my favorite of all, it says, I created virtual Dawn for work so that the real Dawn could be more present for my family. There can't be a better quote than that, guys. All right, so let's just real quick. I just showed you income proofs. I've got other people and other stories coming up. I've got to do this not just for the purpose of FTC, guys. I do this for us. I do this for your relationship with me. I believe in nothing but transparency. Here's the reality, guys. You're going to hear a lot of stories, and those are stories from people that put in their time, dedication, gave their business the attention. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. You cannot click a button and make it happen. It's a lifelong, safe, and ironclad business, all right? The number one question I get asked a lot is, how long will I take to make money? And the truth is, it's a great question. Obviously, you're in this to make money, and I get that. But, guys, the question, can we just change that question to be more, how long will I take to have my business up and running? That is the question to answer. And I'll tell you guys right now that if you can give me a 90-day commitment, I can truly turn your life around. I can truly turn it around. But I'm going to be upfront with you. There's no button to click, and you're not going to make $1 million by next week. It's going to take some time, but as you see throughout this presentation, it's not that hard. You just got to follow the steps. And we're looking for just fighters. So is that you? All right? Is that you? Now, let me share with you guys that I want to share with you quickly my story, okay? And my story is very important. Typically, I would skip right over this. I'd say, bam, let's get to the meat. I have something I need to teach you because it's important, all right? And it's about this business model. And I call this business model the one model that built my business and then eventually saved my life. Okay, and I know you're going to want to know more about that. So, guys, let's go back 13 years ago. I was in college. I was studying to become a doctor. I didn't really want to do it, but it's all I knew. I was miserable. As far as I knew, I didn't like that trajectory. I wanted to take control. I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to control my own destiny, not have other people tell me what to do. So I turned to Google, and I started searching. I did what we all do. How to make money. How do I make money? I'm 13 years ago, a college kid, okay? I start finding something really amazing. As I start finding, I land upon something that sounds perfect for somebody with no experience. They teach you exactly what to do. They give you a manual. The manual tells you exactly where to paint the wall. It tells you what to wear. It tells you how to talk to your customers. It tells you, specifics. I'm talking any question. Oh, it's called franchises. Right? Here's the problem, guys. I ain't got any experience, so that was great because it's fixed. It served that problem. But come on, franchises cost between $50,000 to $100,000 for a good franchise. I don't have that kind of money, and quite honestly, if I did, I'm don't know if I'd be out looking for a business. So, and that's the thing; it's not scalable. Every new franchise you launch, you got to invest about $50,000 to $100,000. All right, so I'm back to scratch. Right? I'm searching again. Now I start finding scams. Get paid for surveys or envelope stuffing or God knows what else there was. I keep finding more and more franchises, and I'm getting depressed now at this point because I don't feel like I can do anything until I find one forum. And this forum was awesome because it had people like you, me, Anthony, normal everyday people that were chatting, people putting pictures of them at their computer in their pajamas, and that was their profile picture. And they're all talking about how they're making 10 grand a month, 15 grand a month, and there was a guy on there that at that time that was making 35,000 a month. He was like the star child of that entire place. And I remember thinking in college, I was like, man, $35,000, I wouldn't even know what to do. And it's amazing. Today, fast forward 13 years, I could generate 150,000 in a night, and that's bad. I'll wake up the next morning and be like, hey, what the heck is that? I should have done like 200. So I started really looking at this forum. But guys, you are so fortunate today because you have access to people like Anthony, to this presentation. I didn't have this when I look back. I just didn't have this 13 years ago. I had to figure it out on my own. I had to piece every piece together. So I did the best shot I had. I looked at what they were all doing, and I discovered, you know what? I think they're all just basically taking an idea, they're putting together this information product, they're throwing it up on the internet, and they're making a ton of money. So I, went off. I said, oh, let me pick a topic. I'll make an information product, and I'm pretty sure I'll start making a bunch of money. Well, yeah, not so much, guys. 7 months I put into it, and man, did I fail bad when I finally launched my product. It took me a year to get 3 sales. I was selling the product for $47. That meant it took me a year just to get $150 in revenue. Sure enough, I went into debt during that time. I've spent way more than that on trying to sell the product. So that was when I pretty much discovered something interesting. I sat back and I thought to myself, I've learned one thing, and that is people that a lot of people quit here. A lot of people would say, what the heck, I just wasted 7 months. I mean, my friends were like, what are you doing? My parents started to get upset. My grades are slipping. I don't have anything to show for it. But I sat back and thought, others are doing it. I know I sure as heck can do it. And I realized something. What I realized was that I didn't really have a system, okay? Look, you go to college, they tell you how many credits to take, what kind of classes to take, they put you through a system. You want to lose weight, you go through a system. You want to learn how to cook, you go through a system. Everyone goes through systems, right? We have so many systems. I just didn't find one for this, so I set out on a journey, guys. 18 months, man. I looked. I tried 15 things to make money, and I couldn't. So finally, I declared I'm quitting. I was sick of it. I went to the forum. I said, guys, tomorrow at this time, if I haven't made any money, I quit. But honestly, I had already quit because I hadn't made money in 18 months. What was going to change in a day? This is a true story, by the way, and the person who responded to me that day sent me a private message. I still know who they are. I still talk to them. All right? They've actually asked that I never mention their name, but a great person, okay? And they said, hey, listen, kid, wait a minute. I've been watching you for a while. I don't want you to quit. I feel bad for you. I'm going to give you a little bit of a tip. I'm going to give you a system, but listen, don't ever tell anyone I told you this, and you better not quit, and you better work your butt off today to do it. I said, sure, I'll do it. I worked like crazy. Till 3 in the morning, I'm still working. I'm banging away on the computer, and finally my head's dropping. It's hitting the desk, and I pass out. Okay, I go to sleep. The next morning, guys, 6 hours later, I wake up. I rub my eyes. I jump out of bed. It's almost like someone startled me, and I run to the desk. I literally tripped and almost hit my head on that desk. I mean, honestly, I may not have even been here today. Okay, and when I opened my laptop, I logged into ClickBank, and here's what I saw. I had made my first $330 online that night. While I slept 6 hours, I made more money than I had made in 18 months of working my butt off combined. I was shocked. I mean, it just showed me the need for a system. So I just started rinsing and repeating, and the next 60 days I made $10,000. I was officially making more than half of my college professors. Man, I was onto a roll. My 3rd month, I made $15,000 in 1 month because I started doing consulting. People started hiring me to do little things here and there. And here's the funny thing. You would think a college kid making $15,000 a month would be doing a backflip. I was miserable. I was working like 18 hours a day. I was working like a dog. And I kept thinking, there's no freedom here. Where's the freedom? I'd rather go get a job. I'm making this money. I don't even have time to enjoy any of it. All right? So that was when I had a light bulb moment. Another person on this forum messaged me and said, man, why are you working so hard consulting? Why not just make a screen capture video of you doing what you're doing for people and just sell it to them for $500? The same price that I charged for consulting. I thought, man, you're crazy. Ain't anyone going to pay $500 for information. That's not going to work. And I kind of put it off for a week. Then finally I thought, you know what? I'm anyways doing the consulting. It won't take me more than a few hours to put this product together. I might as well give it a shot. So I did it. And guys, what happened after that was truly awe-inspiring. That was the creation of my first ever information product. My 4th month in business officially. I made $25,000, and I was still clueless as to what the heck I was doing when it comes to digital publishing. Man, but I knew I had found the right system. Guys, from $25,000 a month to just what, a little over 6 years later, I was doing $10 million a year. I just rinsed and repeated that system as many times as I could. But it took me 6 years because there was no one teaching this stuff out there. I had to figure out each piece of it on my own. I learned it the hard way, but I'm about to teach it to you the easy way in the next 60 minutes. So can I get a big yes here in that box if you guys are just you're ready for this. You're ready for the 60-minute condensed version of what took me 6 years, okay? Now, before you say yes, yes, yes and get so excited, I haven't shared with you the fact that everything wasn't so rosy. Now, 2011 comes by, I make $10 million that first year, in sales. But here's the deal. I nearly went bankrupt that year. I fell $1.7 million in debt, and it was the worst year I have ever had in my entire life. So, wait, you guys just said yes, you wanted to know what I learned, and what happened now? I'm starting to get some people like, yikes, no, 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 no. All right, guys, here's what happened. I'm ashamed to admit it now, but I'm going to anyways because it's for your benefit and whatever. It's a year, it's so long ago, right? 2011 is 4 years ago now. Forget about it. I got a little arrogant, guys. I'm 32 years old. I was 28 at that time. Around time 26, I started thinking I'm the man. It's not the system, it's me. And I got bored. I was like, man, if I can do this much using this boring system, I can certainly go out and I go to Silicon Valley, I hire people, I'll make offices, I'll build this huge thing, and I don't know what I was doing. Again, I left a system that was making me rich and I was enjoying because I was bored. How many of you would love to make millions of dollars and be bored? I mean, seriously, it's a problem worth having now when I look back because the opposite of it sucks. So my business crashed, my health crashed, I fell into debt, and I remember having a night, guys, where I sat there and I was like, what in the world just happened? Everything around me was just complete. My phone was ringing off the hook. I owed banks money, I owed credit cards money. I was just stunned. I thought, what? I went out to get financial freedom, and I just somehow wound up in the worst position of my life. And now my parents were at risk. My dad had lent me money from his house credit line. If I didn't pay that thing back, he would lose his house. You guys have no idea what it feels like. I mean, even today, when I talk about it, I'll choke up. Okay, I'll choke up. Like when I talk about that, because I almost lost him his house. So that night I sat down, I stared at a wall, and I said, I'm not going out like this. I mean, I really picked myself up, and I thought about what happened. And I realized, guys, it was the system. I didn't do the system. I left away a good system, and then I paid the price for it. So lo and behold, I'm teaching you today exactly what I did to come back super strong. In 16 months, I was back on the top. I went and paid all my debt back, and I was back making $10 million a year. This year, we're going to do north of $20 million in sales. And if you saw, well, actually, you did kind of see. Guys, I work from a corner in my home, a 10 by 10 office. I have 2 monitors and a laptop. That's my office. I don't have employees here. I don't come to work at 8:30 in the morning. I come to work whenever I want. Some days are more, some days are less. I travel 70% of the year. This year, I've been to 9 countries. All thanks to this system. So if you guys are ready, whoa! Wait, close your eyes. Don't look at my special presentation. If you guys are ready, I am down to teach you exactly how to do this yourself. So let's get started, guys. Step number 1. This is when you take notes, by the way. We're gonna blaze through this stuff. All right, we got great content coming up. Step number 1: finding your niche. What the heck is a niche? Let's just go through some examples. All right. Investing, not a niche, that's a category. Children, not a niche, it's a category. Health, definitely not a niche, category. Now, niche, Forex investing, raising a toddler, losing weight through diet, those are niches. Guys, a niche is something specific enough that you can target the audience, but big enough that there's enough room there to scale. So someone type in an idea of a niche that you have. Just type in the name. Just type in an idea of a niche that you have. Golf. Billo says golf. All right, awesome. That works. Mike says fitness. Mike, you got to get a little bit more specific. Is it fitness for women? Is it weight gain? Is it muscle gain? Weight loss? Is it for men? You could get a little bit more specific. Kamir, I'm so sorry, says exotic birds, awesome. Davis says using computers. Davis, some of the most popular courses on the internet involve Excel and PowerPoint. You're right. Mitchell says stop kids from cursing. That actually probably is a huge niche and something that my nephew could probably use right now. So guys, we give you 5 steps, okay? I'm really sorry that my PowerPoint is doing this, and I don't know why. So let's see if I can stop it from doing this. All right, there we go. All right, we have 5 steps. You ready? Let's write them down. The step number 1 is that you have to checklist to cross. You got to make sure your niche has all 5 of these crossed off. First is digital friendly. I should actually call this information friendly. All right, now I'm going to ask you some fun questions, okay? We're going to have a little bit of fun together. Don't get weirded out. I have a point behind it. I'm not being a creeper, all right? So the first question is this. How many of you are currently, just say let's come up with a fun word here. Say me. It's not a fun word, but it's you. Say me if you're wearing underwear right now. Barry said me before I even asked a question. All right, we got a bunch of people. Usually there's almost always someone with a slick, smart butt comment. All right, here we go. I think we got one. We got a winner here. No. Who's going to be the first to give me a smart comment? Commando. All right, come here, and Billo, you win. I always get someone. All right, why am I asking this? Guys, billions of people in this world wear underwear. That's a great niche, isn't it? Billions of people need it, lots of demand. Nope, sucks for the information world because do you need information about your underwear? No, you just go find something and you put it on. Some of you guys. David says define underwear. All right. So that's not a good niche, right? So you want to be in a niche that's got information that's needed. People seek out information. Okay, number 2, competition. Let me ask you a question. Is it good to have competition in a space or is it bad? Should you be in a space with no competition? Say bad if you think you should be in a niche that's no competition, or say good if you think you should be in a niche that's got tons of competition or a lot of competition. All right, a lot of you are getting this question right, which makes me be very thankful to Anthony. He says he's doing his job right with you guys, and that is you got to be in a niche that's got tons of competition, okay? Guys, when I went into my niche, the one that I've worked 7 months on, it was how to study in college. And it was the worst niche I've ever done in my life, and guess what? There was not a single digital product in that space. I thought I was brilliant for thinking of it. I literally thought out of billions of people in this world, I was the first one to think of it myself. And, well, I got 3 sales in a year, so there's a reason no one was in it. All right, size of audience, here's the deal. I always say about 1 million people should be the size of your audience. Now, how the heck do you know that? I'm going to show you a little trick, but I'll tell you right now, you can go to Facebook. You can actually act like you're creating an ad account. You don't ever have to launch an ad. You don't have to spend a penny. And type in the metrics that would classify your audience, and they'll tell you to the million exactly how much that audience is. Number 4, another one that could have saved me a lot of heartache, popularity in search. Here's the deal. Just because you think somebody wants your product doesn't certainly mean that they're looking for your product. That's a big deal, all right? So had I just gone to Google and seen how many college kids, no matter the fact that there's millions of college kids, even there's half of those college kids are failing, so there's millions of kids who are failing out of college. They invest thousands of dollars and waste it. So you would think that a course that could help them with that and help them get their degree would be important to them. But it's not. They don't go to Google. They don't search, and I didn't know enough to check that. So last but not least, long-term potential. Look, guys, here's the niche example I'll give you here, pregnancy. It's a big niche, don't get me wrong. We've got students in the pregnancy space, and they do great. However, here's the issue. Pregnancy is a niche that starts and finishes. You're pregnant for 9 months. You're interested in that topic for 9 months, and then you're not. So every 9 months, your business is recirculating. Every 9 months, you need to attract a new audience. That's a little tricky, right? It's not bad, but it's going to make you eventually have a glass ceiling, or you're going to always just be working your butt off, okay? Whereas if you were, let's say, you guys are into internet marketing, right? Can you type in a yes if you've been on more than 5 webinars that are about internet marketing, whether they were Anthony's or somebody else's? Say yes if you've been on at least more than 5 webinars in your lifetime. I wish I could show you guys right now. It is just like yes, like going down deep. All right. Keon says he's been on about 100 million. Keon, you should be filthy rich by now. So guys, long-term potential, you guys are great, right? Internet marketing crowd, if I'm building a list of internet marketers, you are going to buy products for a year from now, 2 years from now, 4 years from now. You know, I have people I learn from. I'm their best customer. I spend over $100,000 a year in education. Every year. So their business begins to grow upon itself. Every year they attract new audience and build upon that old audience. So guys, we've built this really neat business planner tool. I tell you right now, this thing is the best thing I've ever created in my life. And it actually, the first step is it helps you evaluate the niche that you're going into. And we actually help you figure out exactly if your niche is good or not, or if it's profitable or not. So we keep you super safe so that there's no risk or there's no way or no chance that you're going to end up losing money. All right. So having said that, we're done with step 1. We're moving to step 2. Before I go there, can you guys type in? Let's type in the number 1. Just type in the number 1 if you've already had like an aha moment. Something in you has already clicked, and you're excited, and you're like, okay, wow, I didn't think about that, and now something's making more sense. Wow, awesome. All right, guys, imagine we're only through one step. One step. All right. Now, step number 2. Creating your digital product, creating your information product. What are the steps to this? We kind of already talked about these guys. So first you've got your interest or something, you know, a topic. We even give you 20 different topics. We give you 20 niches that are already proven to be super competitive and super awesome. So second step is you research. All right, we'll show you how to gather all the information, put it together, organize the information. That's the process of creating a product. And boom. You have your own information product. That's it. It doesn't take very long. As a matter of fact, I've got a really cool video coming up for you of a person who did this in less than a week and actually got paid $1,500 to do it and didn't have to do any work. Isn't that the best? To be able to get paid to create a digital product, do it in a week, and not have to do any work. All right, so there's 3 styles of information products, guys. First, you have the written product. This is easy. All right, it's a product that's written. It could be an ebook, could be reports, it's just words. You can write it yourself, you can outsource it, you could dictate it audio-wise, hold up your iPhone or your smartphone to your face, talk into it, send that file off to someone, let them dictate it, and boom, you're very close to a product. All right, number 2 could be audio. The student you're about to hear from in a minute, that's what he created an audio program. Again, you could create a written program, grab a $40, $50 microphone, and a free software for your computer and just read it. And boom, you got an audio product. That's super. And the audio product is more valuable and sells for more money than a written product. And then third, you got a video product. Video products sell for the most money. But here's the deal. A lot of people say, oh, video, I don't want to be in front of a video. I get afraid of a video. Well, guys, guess what? Doesn't matter, because right now you're watching me. I'm not on video. You're watching my screen, and you're still finding tremendous value in it. So that is a video product. You can do screen flow, screen capture, and do great. And boom, those are the 3 styles of information products that you can create. Now, real quick, I'm going to play a video for you, and I want you to pay very close attention to this person. He's going to share with you precisely what he did to get a product created in a week, to get paid to create that product, and not have to do much work at all himself. So hang tight 1 second. I'm going to pause my screen. Oh, by the way, the video is going to be really choppy, okay? That's normal. Just listen to the audio, and there is actually also some, there's dictation below it, just in case you're not understanding the video. So real quick, let me change the screen over. Tell me if you can see a guy standing in front of you in a brown shirt. Could you just say yes if you see a person standing in front of you in a brown shirt? All right. You guys are fast, man. You leave comments faster than anyone I've ever met before. I love that. Thank you. You guys are making good on your promise for keeping the energy high. All right, so here we go. I'm going to hit play. I'm going to turn my microphone real quick.
Hey guys, this is Anand from Power Zeal. I want to quickly share with you a creative way to get your first digital product completed. All right, so this is how I did it. So I reached out to experts, my mentors, to participate in an interview series where I asked them this very question: how do they create a lifestyle business and make their life's moments count? Where they shared their tips, strategies, their life's challenges, the tools, techniques, the whole gambit. So it was pretty powerful for people who got to listen into the summit. So this is also what I did. So during the whole process, I recorded those interviews and also transcribed them, which I sold as a digital package. So the digital package, which was literally written by the experts, I sold it, and I made $1,500 during this initial stages, and now I have a product which I can sell for life. So the reason I'm sharing with you is this: all of us uh, found in this during this amazing time uh, have an inherent genius, and we have a missing piece of this puzzle which we are obliged to share with the world. For go create your first digital product and make it happen. All right, see you at the top. Ciao.
All right, well, that is awesome, and I'm really appreciative of Anand for having shared his story. Guys, we have stories. We have multiple stories that are just like this. I'm not even kidding when I say this. And he just took a system we called expert by association, put that thing into action. That's the sneaky method he used. Didn't cost him a penny. Made $1,500, and now he's got a product he can keep selling for life. For life. Say yes right now. If I'm not saying that everybody should do that. But say yes right now, if at least you could do something like that. All right? At least as a minimum, you could do something like that. Of course. Guys, every single person in here has no reason that they can't create a digital information product. All right? And worst case scenario, fine. Fine. Outsource it. I'll share with you exactly how to outsource it and still create a killer product that provides tremendous value to the world. All right? I'll still share that. Now, number 3. All right, close your eyes for me for a second. It's a fun little exercise, all right? You're going to get a chuckle out of this. Ready? Number 3. You walk into, okay, so tomorrow morning you wake up bright and early, you're driving to work, 8 a.m. All right, you're going to walk into your office. Let's say for now your boss's name is Jim. So you walk in, chest out, huffing and puffing. You barge open the door to your boss's office, and you look at him and you say, Jim, here's the deal. I want a 100% raise. And if I don't get a 100% raise, I'm not coming to work tomorrow. What's it going to be? Guys, tell me right now, what's the reaction you're going to get? What is the reaction that you are going to get when you ask Jim, your boss, to do exactly that for you? Caleb says, fired. Zahir says, see the door. Jerry says, bye. Hellison, see ya. And then Thomas just said, haha. See ya, laughs. You can leave now. Unemployed, fired. All right. Now, I'm going to tell you that McDonald's has taught us all a way to tell our boss to shove it. McDonald's has taught us a way that we can control our income. And if you want a 100% raise, the only person you have to ask for that raise is you. How cool is that? So, you walk into McDonald's, all right? We all done this. I say, hey, McDonald's, give me a Big Mac. And the person in the register, what's the first thing that they ask you? What are they going to ask you when you say, I want a Big Mac? What are they going to say? Who's going to answer the question? I'm waiting. Who's going to be the first person to answer this question? Oh. Yeah. Okay, we got, who's the first person here? It would be Elaine. Elaine Campio, you win that prize for being the first person. I don't know what the prize is, but you win something. She said French fries. Would you like fries with that? So you think to yourself, yeah, sure, why not? I'm hungry. I like French fries. I just had some French fries right now, by the way, and I love them. So, great. Now the next thing they ask you is, hey, how about a Coke to wash it down? And you're thinking, you know what? I am hungry, and if I got those two things, I'm going to be thirsty, so I might as well. Now that person, that customer leaves McDonald's far more satisfied. But here's the thing, they came in to spend $3.99 and they walk out having spent $7.27. They just invested 95% more money into McDonald's. McDonald's literally just gave themselves a 100% raise, and they never asked any boss for that. As a matter of fact, they better served you, better served their customer, and made more money. Win-win-win. So we can do the same thing in information marketing, and we can do it a heck of a lot easier. Let's say your main product is about paleo. You know, how to lose weight with paleo. Now, you create a video product showing people the 20 top recipes where people will forget that they're even paleo eaters. Well, if that's the case, who the heck would ever say no to that? They just told you, they just pulled their credit card out and they bought your main product because they want to lose weight using paleo, and now you're offering them the ability to basically lose weight faster using eating great food. Now, some people will say no. Why? Because of the money. That's the only reason someone says no to an upsell. Well, great, you offer them a downsell. You try to save the sale. That's like being at McDonald's and saying, hey, would you like French fries? And you say, nah, I'm okay. Well, McDonald's will say, well, what about our 4-piece chicken McNuggets? We're running a special till tonight, and it's only 79 cents. And you think, really? All right, sure, why not? So we do that same thing in information marketing. Or if they say yes, you can still yet again offer another upsell. So guys, here's the real kicker. Here's what's awesome. You can do this in a completely automated fashion. Your profit multiplier is completely automated. You don't have to have a kid standing behind the cashier register asking those 2 simple questions. You just have your website doing it for you. Here's an exact example of what I did. I had a $97 product. I made an upsell for videos. This upsell took me 2 days to create. It was a $197 upsell. By the way, this campaign I'm showing you went on to make me over $1 million. I did a $47 downsell, and then I did a $97 upsell number 2. And lo and behold, that was my profit multiplier. But I turned a $97 customer into $200. That's a 100% increase. Now, again, if you're wondering how the heck do I make a funnel, guys, we are going to create the funnel with you, our business planner tool. You see that little green guy there? You guys see him? Type in a yes if you can see a little green turtle on that screen. You have to zoom in. You have to look a little closely. All right. His name is Mr. Pub. All right. I want you to meet Mr. Pub. If those of you who feel like it, you can actually say, hi, Mr. Pub. And Mr. Pub is awesome because Mr. Pub is going to actually hold your hand and walk you through. And Michael says, is he slow? No, Michael, he's not, but he walks 1 step at a time, all right? He's going to literally take you 1 step at a time. Someone said, why pub? Guys, it's pub for publishing, Mr. Pub. And he's actually going to make recommendations to you. So when you tell him, here's my main product, he'll say, great, I think your first upsell should be about something like this. And you just have to say, okay, sure. And at the end of it, you're going to come out with a complete business plan, by the way, and your funnel will be like designed and done for you. Now, again, guys, you have such an unfair advantage that I'm actually jealous of you. When I started, or when Anthony started, Anthony can tell us this, when he started, guys, we had to spend thousands of dollars on technology, design people, staffing, and God knows what else just to get our funnels up. Today, there are some beautiful automated tools that you can see in front of you that have come up. Now, they're owned by me, but I have entire training programs that teach you exactly how to use these programs. All right, step number 4, guys. We're going to push right along. This is the easiest of them all at this point. Used to be the hardest 10 years ago. Now it's the easiest. All right? It's like what I call easy street. Guys, it's about, look, you go to Amazon, you order a product. What happens if 5 days later the product's not been delivered to your doorstep? You get pretty cranky, don't you? You get upset. Yeah, of course. When you order something, you expect to receive it. So, online, but here's what happens. You ever think about what happens when someone orders a physical product? We're so used to getting it to our door, we never think about what process goes through in between. So you process the order, someone at that factory or someone at the place takes it, packs it, then, puts it, and then a truck comes, picks it up. The truck takes it to a shipping center sends it to a plane. Someone picks it up, offloads it, puts it in another truck sends it to another shipping center. Oh my God, so difficult, guys. Not online. Online, you get that product, the access is given within minutes. It's done all, again, you can be sitting on a beach for all the technology cares about. And again, it's using the same exact systems that make your funnels. Guys, you're so lucky. Again, I didn't have this 10 years ago. Today, you can get it all done so quickly. So quickly. All right, let's move right along. Someone was asking about this a little bit earlier. I don't remember your name, but they were saying, hey, what about how do you sell this? What about the copy? Well, guys, that's what we call messaging. Messaging is the part where you begin to sell your information product, okay? You begin to sell your information product. So here's the deal, guys. There are 3 things you have to do to build a digital publishing business, right? First, you have to build the product. You have to build the business. You have to put up your pages. Second is obviously you're going to want people to come see your page, right? Listen, if you open a store and nobody walks in, you ain't going to make any money. If you start a website and nobody comes to it, you're not going to make any sales. But what good is a website to you if millions of people are coming to it and the website is blank or it has a really bad message on there? So messaging is actually one of the key parts of building your information marketing business. But then again, there's this whole challenge of, well, I don't want to be a salesman. I don't want to sell, right? Well, guys, there's literally only 3 choices, and you pick one of the 3. All of them, however, follow a template, follow a formula, follow a system. They have a checklist. They have many examples that we'll give you. And all you have to do is take your passion, take the information, and plug it in. Just plug it into this system. So again, it can even be outsourced. Now, I'm going to share the next person with you. This is one of my favorite stories. This is a person who had hit absolutely rock bottom. He's from Indonesia. English is by far his second language, and I want you to hear what he was able to do. Now, this is a story you got to pay attention to. It's going to speak to a lot of you guys, all right? So I'm going to pause my screen. You'll see it go black for a second. Don't worry. I'm right here, and what I'm going to do is pick his, let me get his thingy out. I'm going to pick it on the webinar file here. Oops. Yep, that's right. Okay, guys, I'm going to play it now in a second. So everybody say hi, Adi. Here we go.
I was living in my parents' house and I was just about ready to give up and go live a normal life. I decided to give it one last shot. I'm a programmer, so I decided this would be where I could add the most value. I got to working on my masterpiece. It took me 6 months to complete. By this stage, I'm $3,000 in debt. That is a lot of money here. But I was ready to sell it. But there was one major challenge left. I've got no idea how to sell. I cannot write a good sales letter. I'm not a good designer either. Heck, English isn't my first language. But I was determined to succeed, so I paid $20 for a special spot on the Warrior Forum. I had an ugly sales letter, just 2 short paragraphs and a buy button. But within a day, something magical happened. I made 2 sales. Those 2 sales made all the difference. They boosted my confidence and made me realize that this whole thing was not only real but possible for me. I won't bore you with the rest of the details, but fast forward a year and I'm working with someone that can write a good sales letter and have recently done a $90,000 launch. This business has allowed me to make money that I had only dreamed possible and to make it my own terms, doing something that I love. I'm so thankful.
All right, thank you, Adi, for sharing that with us, guys. How amazing is that? And I got to tell you, that is when someone is that dedicated, they deserve all of the success in the world. Adi was in a bad place, guys. Adi had hit rock bottom. He had to sell his car. He moved in with his parents. He was trying this internet stuff. It wasn't working. And one of the things that we told him was turn to your passion. Do what you love and follow this system. And he said 90,000 on that call, but he actually corrected me later after he sent that, that audio recording. He said, oh, it was over 100,000. I mean, the guy's doing so well now, he doesn't know the difference between 90,000 and 100,000, but that's great. Good for him. So again, guys, the system, put it into action and really work on it. All right, guys. You can hear me rubbing my hands because this is the time it gets exciting. It is time to make money. It is time for ignition launch. This is the step where we make it a goal to generate $10,000, okay? I call this your $120,000 baseline. So, how many of you are excited? Right now, type in me. Type in me if you're getting super excited because this is the part where I'm going to tell you something super shocking, okay? You're going to be left pretty dumbfounded after this. All right, so first and foremost, I'm going to share with you a system that you can do every month and continue to generate profit. It's a lifetime system. Here's the other thing I'll tell you. I'm going to say something that's a little bit rough. It's a little bit rude, but don't take it that way. If you are making $120,000 a year in this business, or even $200,000 or even $300,000 a year in this business, I got to tell you something. I got to confess to you. You're just small peanuts. If you were in a room of digital publishers and you said, guys, I make $120,000 a year, they'd say, oh, there, you'll do better one day. Guys, how much would you love to be in a business where making low 6 figures is the starting point? It's where people think, hey, you'll get there one day. So I'm going to share with you a really cool story, okay? It's coming up in a minute. I'm going to play a video. It's 3 minutes long. You've got to watch. Pay very close attention. It's of one of my students, Willie Laney. But he wasn't always my student. As a matter of fact, he just recently surprised me and became my student. He's actually my assistant for the last 2 years. Now, here's the funny thing. He has been listening to me conduct training sessions like this. He has been watching me from afar. And one day, 2 months ago, he emails me and says, I have something I want you to review. It had a bunch of links in it. I reviewed it. That was fairly impressive. It wasn't great, okay? It was like average. And I thought, hey, I thought he was sending me the link to one of my students' stuff because I tend to review our students' work. And I responded and I said, hey, whose is this? I don't see a name. I hadn't watched the video yet, but I looked at pages, and he goes, it's mine. And I froze. I thought, what? And I wrote back, and then he writes back and says, by the way, I've already done $10,000 in sales. I don't want to send it to you until I showed you that I took action. Guys, God, it was one of the most awesome moments of my life. I mean, he didn't even really get my training. I didn't even know he was building it, but the system worked so well that he was just listening to it from the other side of the room, and he was able to build a business. And now one of the key things he did, and one of the key things you're going to do, is get 100% risk-free traffic to your business. So what I have to explain to you is this, guys. There is a little thing called affiliates in this world. So give me a niche. Somebody just rant out another niche, okay? Give me the name of any niche. Just say anything that you think is a good niche. I'm just waiting for it to populate here. Sometimes GoToWebinar takes a minute. Okay, bird training. All right, come here. You got it. So bird training, you know what? There's already hundreds, if not thousands, of websites about bird training. Thousands, or probably at least hundreds of newsletters, magazines, tons of places where people already talk about bird training. Well, guess what? Those people will be happy to send you free traffic to your website. Now, I know what you're thinking, Anik, have you lost your mind? Why the heck would they do that? Well, because, guys, you will pay them, but only for performance. That's the key. You will pay them, but only for performance. So I'll ask you this question. How many times would you guys be willing to make this trade with me? If I came to you and said, I'll give you $2, you just give me $1 back. And I'm willing to do this with you as many times as you want. I give you 2, you give me 1. I give you 2, you give me 1. Tell me right now, how many times would you be willing to do that with me? Seriously, how many times? Billions, someone says. Mike says 1 billion times. Zahir says forever. Jamie says all year. Guys, that's what affiliates are. So the real question really is, where the heck do you find these guys? And what if I told you that by the end of this session today, I am going to give you access, and I'm going to tell you that I will find your guys for you. All right? So keep listening. I'm going to get you the affiliates. I've never done this for anyone. I didn't even do this for my own assistant. I didn't do this for anybody I've worked with. I've not even done this for my for my Vault students who pay $30,000 a year to be a part of it. Not even done that for them. So what I want you to really do right now is I want you to take a quick guess. What do you really think it takes to reach $10,000 or your $120,000 baseline? The real question is, how many affiliates do you think it will take to get to $10,000 in sales? So I'm going to ask you again, and I want you to answer this question. How many affiliates? All right. I'll read you some of these answers here. We've got Michael says 20. Michelle says 100. Billo says 10. Ubochi, I'm sorry, says he might be answering a different question. Jerry says 3,000. Sowell says 10. We've got Martina says 100. A lot of people are 10 and above, okay? A lot of people are 10 and above. All great guesses. Well, let me tell you this. Watch this quick little video clip of Willie. He's going to answer this question for you. He's going to tell you precisely what it took him to sneakishly, behind my back, go out and create a truly imperfect business, which I got to tell you, when I got done tearing apart, I was like, dude, you have to fix this, this, and this. But I was so proud because it showed the system works so well that even when it's not good, it generates tons of sales. All right, so let me pause my screen here. Oh, you know what? This whole freaking time I've been paused. Ah! I'm so sorry, guys. You weren't able to see me, and I was just blabbing away. All right, well, let me see. I didn't really show anything that you needed to see that was tremendous. So is it cool if I keep going? I'm so sorry, guys. I wasn't paying attention. I'm so excited about what I was doing. So, all right. Okay. Let's keep going, rocking and rolling. Ironically, let me pause my screen for a second. I won't forget this time. And let me bring out this video. Guys, really, if there's one thing you pay attention to today, I would like for you to Really, really listen. And guys, some of you are asking questions, and I will do Q&A at the end. But like, Rick Nard, you just wrote "Answer me now, please." Guys, I'm doing Rick Nard. I'm doing a live session here. I don't want to start answering people's questions one by one. So please, just be patient. I will be happy to help when we're done here. All right. So you can see Willie. Can you see Willie? Just say yes if you can see Willie. All righty. Here we go. Let me turn the mic. What made you suddenly change? I mean, you could have done it 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
The moment I saw all those people up on stage, and it was just one of those aha moments that said, why not me? Why am I not one of those guys up on the stage? And that was literally the inspiration I had. So,
did you find at all that you needed to have anything, technical experience or experience in teaching education to be able to do this model?
Oh, absolutely not. I would say protect myself from myself. Maybe it's better that I didn't know that stuff because I could actually didn't know what mistakes I was making or I wasn't making, so I just put it into action and just started taking the steps, and it worked out in the end.
All right, so let's dive right in. So firstly, everybody, 7 steps. I keep telling you that's what it's going to take. Step 1, picking a niche. How long did that take you?
I actually kind of knew that one going in because I had been interested in the personal development space probably for quite some time. So I knew going in I had that niche. If I wanted to pick that initially going in, it probably would have took me a day or two.
Awesome. All right, so far we're a day in, okay? Now, what about step number 2? This is the part where some people, get a little nervous, get a little antsy. It's about creating an information product. Mm-hmm. How long did that take you?
I would say it took me probably roughly 30 days to create the whole product.
Oh, wow, okay.
So, yeah.
And you were doing it part-time, right? I mean, I know this for a fact, but...
Right. I was doing it part-time. I was working full-time, got family to take care of, too. So, yeah, I couldn't dedicate 100% of my time to this. So, 30 days, I think, is a very safe number to say.
Profit multiplier. Did you use that?
I did. I actually added the upsells and the downsells because, for me, I saw everybody else was doing it, so it made sense to do that. And being around you and your work and things to that, I knew I had to have a little something extra.
How long did it take you to do that? How long the product?
Right, well, that's one of the wonderful things about the system is I could actually use software. I didn't have to do that step myself because I wouldn't even know where to start, to be honest. So just by clicking a couple buttons and activating some software, the system did it for me.
To create a $10,000. Firstly, did you do it? Your ignition was supposed to be $10,000. Did you do it?
Yes, sir.
All right, awesome. So congratulations to that too. Guys, he did his first $10,000 in sales with something completely imperfect. That's what he said. That's awesome. All right, now, question for you is this. This is the question we've all been waiting for, right? What does it take? So, how'd you get traffic? How'd you get people to come to your site?
Well, I actually went with found a couple affiliates.
Okay.
So
you know the free traffic.
The free traffic route, of course, because doing it on my own. Didn't want to invest heavily in something I'd never done before, but it worked like a dream, pretty much.
Now remember, guys, I've told you before, there's thousands of these people out there, and so the question we left off before we brought Willie on was, how many people does it really take? Now I've had an answer for this for many years, and I've always said it. So I want to let Willie say it though. Willie, how many key affiliates, how many key people did you have that really helped you generate that first 10,000 in sales?
Well, for the key people, I'll preface that by saying I thought it would take tons of people to get it done, but when it was all done at the end of the day, it really came down to about 3 key people that did probably 80% of the work for me. Wow. So that's how it played out.
So there you guys go. Thousands of possible relationships, and all you need access to is 3 of them. And now, Willie. All right, so what do you guys think? Do we answer that question? How many of you right now just jaw on the ground? You're just sitting there wondering, what? Between you and complete financial freedom is 3 people. 3 people. And here's the best part. I didn't help Willie because, I don't know, I have this thing in me. I think it's because I'm Indian or I'm Asian or something going on because I don't like to help people that I'm close to. I tell them to work harder. I expect more from them. He didn't have me helping him. I'm about to offer you something where I'm going to help you. I'm going to do this for you, getting the affiliates. So, are you ready to be the next Willie? Because we're going to dive right in now. Are you ready to be the next Willie? That's what I want to know. Say yes, and we will move forward. I want to see everybody say yes right now. Everybody. Oh, my God, yeah, it's pouring in. Awesome, guys. God. You guys have amazing energy, I gotta tell you. I love this group. Thank you so much for this level of energy. All right, guys, you need 3 key things that you need to get started. All right, number 1, you need a system. Tested and proven, copy and paste, step by step, no experience required. You need a system. Number 2, support. Listen, you need to be a part of a community that's accessible 24/7. You need access to coaching coaches. Now, tell me this. I'm going to ask you one more question, then I'll stop bothering you. Just type in Willie into that little Q&A box if you would love to be able to access Willie and ask him questions on what he did and how he did it, and then be able to do it an unlimited amount of time, not just with Willie, Dr. Ted, Dawn, all of our students, our successful students, hundreds of them. How many would you like to have access to that? Awesome, guys. We protect and guide you the whole way, but we give you access to those coaches. We even give you the tools. We give you a hand-holding tool. Mr. Pub is waiting for you. Mr. Pub is going to literally walk you through the process step by step. Here's a realization that I shared with you. Guys, doing $120,000 a year with this business model, you're just peanuts. The real value of this business is that it can do millions. It's infinitely scalable. It's 100% system-based, and it's tested for years over thousands and thousands of students. So what are your next steps now? Number one, you got to make a decision. Decisions drive our life. Are you ready to take control of your life? Number two, you got to be coachable. Are you ready to follow a simple system? Number three, I need you to commit 90 days to me. That's all I'm asking. Number four, I need you to be a part of a community. You need access to coaches, mentors, peers, people that can answer your questions. Number five, guys, it's time to start following a simple system. Please don't be like me. Please don't get bored of a system and go away from it. Don't reinvent the wheel. It's already been invented, and it works, all right? Now, next, how can I help you start fast? 13 years of experience condensed into 90 days. I've taken 18 months to create this program. Every tool, training, and community resource you're ever going to need to succeed, I've put it in here. And I've actually trained well over 100,000 students, and here's what I've learned. Your chances of success are far greater if you have someone holding your hand. You need step-by-step instructions, not detailed and not fluffed, but detailed and tested stuff, straight to the point, so that we can just get to it as soon as possible. And just training is not enough. You need to be able to ask your questions, you need to be able to get a timely answer, and you need to be able to participate in a team effort. So here's what you need to start. You need the training, the community, and the tools. Guys, I've taken care of all of it for you, check mark. I've built a program that is specifically for those who are just starting. We're talking about step-by-step based video training, assignment-based training, templates, things you can copy, traffic generators. We're going to do virtual weekend seminars. I'm talking about saving you thousands of dollars in flight and hotel expenditure and bringing the world's top experts into one place, all for you. We've tested this on thousands of students. We're going to give you a perfect community. We're going to give you Mr. Pub, who's going to be your business plan creator. But let's first talk about just the training. Time-tested and proven. I keep telling you that, guys. I'm not bringing something new to you. Now, remember franchises? Franchises are great. And I think if anyone in here can afford a franchise, you're in a great place. Because franchises even tell you what paint color to use. You ever been to a Subway or a McDonald's? They look exactly the same. There's a reason. They're not owned by the same people. They give you this one big manual. You can ask any question, the answer is supposed to be in that, right? It's a great system. Here's the catch. You got to spend over $120,000 to get access to that. Okay, the other thing that a lot of students will go for great training in business and entrepreneurship is they'll say, I'll go to Harvard, I'll go get an MBA. Well, great. Again, invest 2 years of your life full time. You can't even make money during that time. You have to disrupt everything you're doing. You have to move, and it's like getting a kick in the ass. You have to spend another $120,000 just to make that happen. And what is the guarantee? And what is the point of an MBA? You're going to come out and get another job. Guys, we want financial freedom. You're not going to get that from a job. So, guys, our training system is fully built. We have built every single one of the steps into a specific module with video step-by-step training, but that's just the beginning. You haven't seen anything yet. Guys, you get the full video-based training with consistent and regular training and coaching webinars. All right, you get assignment-based training. You get live examples. Watch us building our business. Watch our students building their business. And my favorite is Skills Academy. Can you write me into this question box right now? If there are certain skills that you probably think you are lacking right now to be an effective digital publisher or an effective online marketer, guess what? I know there are. And we have created the coolest little plan that we're going to trick you. I'm going to trick you, okay? I'm going to completely trick you, mind control you into becoming an expert internet marketer, because we've created a series of small challenges where you get to win prizes. So it's like little things you get to do. But in doing those little things, we'll coach and guide you through it. But as you do the little things, you'll have built a skill set that you can use to do the big thing. It's really neat. We actually worked with a psychologist to build this program. It's really interesting. Second, guys, how many times have you ever thought about this? I want to talk about the community. You've ever thought, if I could only ask this one question, if I could only ask this one question, yes? If just somebody could answer this one question for me directly, where I don't have to be on a webinar, but if somebody tells me directly. Someone says, hey, Jerry, hey, Kim, hey, Lisa, this is your answer. This is what you were asking. Guys, training alone can be a total waste. You need guidance. Introducing you to our community of coaches, mentors, and peers. We're talking about over $5,488 of true value. You get the full community forum and interaction tools. You get to communicate with the Profit Mentors in multiple ways. You get open office hours. You get networking and mastermind facilitation. I'm telling you everything you need. We bring people right to your doorstep. And I am most proud of this part of our service. Number 3, we're going to give you access to a really amazing tool called SendLane for 90 days for free. Not only does it build all the marketing pages that you're going to need, but it actually hosts and stores your customer leads, your leads in general. It allows you to email them. We're going to teach you some really cool ways to maximize that. Anyways, a lot of you in here are email marketers, rightfully so. You're looking to become email marketers. Well, great. We're going to give you a platform that allows you to build those lists for free if you choose so. But my favorite one, guys, is Mr. Pub. Look at him sneaking out of that little red thing, waving at you. He's looking for you. Guys, Mr. Pub is going to walk you through the process of getting your business plan done completely. Look at the bottom right corner of that image where it says congratulations. Right there, there's a button you can click to download a customized business plan that is only yours. Nobody else has that. And you create it by going click, click, click. Our system asks you tiny little questions. You answer them, and before you know it, you've got an entire business plan ready to go. Guys, over $18,470 in real value. Absolutely everything you need to turn your passion into your profit. It's the one-stop shop. You're not going to need anything beyond this. Starting today, really, give me 90 days and change your life. And we're going to empower you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you an option soon to make a choice. All right, I'm going to give you an option soon to make a choice because I believe in empowering my students every single time in every part of the process. But I'll tell you once, before I get there, I thought about the missing pieces. This was about 13 years ago. I sat down, and I thought about 13 years ago. I recently sat down, and I thought, God, why did it take me 18 months to create profit? What was missing? See, guys, bottom line is you are my #1 priority. I believe in your ability to change your life. I'm officially going to make Publish Academy the #1 and only source you're ever going to need for digital publishing success, and I'm going to make it so that your success is virtually inevitable. Ready? #1, I'm throwing in something called Niche Detective. Guys, we have gone in and found the 20 biggest niches, and we're adding new ones every month, and we have created amazingly sexy research reports. These will save you hours and avoid you from taking a risky fall right from step 1. Just look at these reports. If you can zoom in real quick. We not only tell you the total number of products in every niche. We tell you the estimated audience size. We tell you which countries it's most popular in. We tell you the top keywords people are using. We tell you whether it's male or female and what the ratio is. We also tell you what the top converting products in that industry are so you can go research them, and we tell you what their funnel looks like. This is all stuff we've gone ahead and done for you. It takes us hours, and we do new ones every single month. All right, I'm going to give that to you for free. Next, guys, I want to give you what I call my product creation masterclass. It's a 10-day formula. I'm going to teach you that one cool strategy that Anand spoke to you about, the expert by association. I have 2 goals for you. One is I want to be empowering you to create your product in less than 10 days if you choose that's the route you want to go. And then the second goal is I want to share with you a really cool trick on how to get others to create your product for you and pay you while they're doing it. If you have any doubts on your ability to create a product, trust me, this is specifically for you, and I'm going to eradicate any of those doubts. All right, guys. #3, copy and paste business models. I will dissect 3 of my top businesses, and you get to copy the model. I will fully dissect 3 of them. They're all multi-million-dollar businesses, and I'm going to hand you the entire blueprint. All right. Bonus #4, we call it Safe Hire, getting safe help. As a community, guys, we will help each other find talent. So we will go out and search the best outsourcers, we'll team up, and we'll send them right to you. You want technical help, you want design help, you want content writing help, we'll find people that you can trust because they have our stamp. So imagine having hundreds of your peers sending you great leads and giving you reviews. Heck, even if you have a great skill, maybe you're a writer, maybe you know technology, maybe you're great at selling, we're going to connect you with other students, and perhaps you guys can barter to create a community of working together. So in summary, guys, we have over $18,470 in real value. $18,470 in true real value right here, right in front of you. Can I share the story with you of a student of ours who had literally 15% of what you're getting? He's from India. He literally grew up in a small town with barely any internet. His internet was super slow. He's been able to sell over $4 million worth of digital products in the last 4 years. Our next student, Fred Lamb, he's actually now one of our coaches as well. He helps all of our students. He started following this system in February of this year. And actually, as a matter of fact, I checked in with him yesterday. The numbers are already past 1.5 million, not 1.4. And he actually gave me an update, and he said, by the way, I'm going to be generating $2 million this year in his own digital product information sales. So guys, classes are officially opening right now for a very limited time. They're actually already open. We've begun training. We're looking for very select students. You have to qualify, and we're open for a very, very limited time. Really, the only last piece of the puzzle was I brought my team together, and we had a major argument because the question on the table was, what should the Publish Academy investment really be? See, we looked at franchises. They're over $100,000, and they're not scalable. For every new franchise you open, you have to invest $100,000. We looked at MBAs. Again, you're going to invest over $120,000. And we're not just giving you training. We're giving you the community, the tools, the ongoing support, the hand-holding, everything you need. Hey, you get Mr. Pub. There's nothing better than that. So every expert told us, hey, guys, you should be charging a minimum of $9,997 a year, and we initially agreed. We thought, yeah, they're probably right. We should be. Here's the deal, though, guys. Man, I want to be different, all right? I remembered myself 13 years ago. I know where you're coming from. I can completely relate with you. My number one goal right now isn't to make millions and millions of dollars. I already did that. I'm blessed to have that. My number one goal right now is to create 1,000 digital publishers. I want CNN banging down our door saying, hey, what are you guys doing? You're creating a movement in this world. That's what we're looking for. So given that, I turned it down. I challenged my team. I said, slash these costs, pass the savings on to our students. My team came right back and said, Anik, you just publicly declared you want to do 1,000 digital publishers. Our mission means we're going to have to hire more coaches. We're going to have a bigger staff. We're going to have to have more technology. We're going to have more resources. And if we do all of this, our costs are going to skyrocket and go through the roof. And I said, I know. I don't care. We got to figure it out. $9,997 a year is just not enough. This is not good. So, guys, we cut it out. I'm not going to do that. They said $6,997. I said no. They said $4,997. I said no. We got down to $3,997. I still said, I just don't want to. Per year, I just don't want to. Finally, we agreed for a short time period. We agreed on $2,997 a year. And here's where I started to lose my mind and I started to go a little crazy. I said, here's the deal, guys. Why don't we do something? Why don't we avoid making profit right now, cover our expenses, and we know once our students start to succeed and they start to achieve results, we'll be able to sell them a lot more advanced training. Guys, I have programs that are $30,000 that you can become a part of. Our most successful students are in it. I make great money there. Right? I admit that. I make money. I don't feel bad making money there because I'm teaching people something. So I said, let's get rid of the year, right? Because we'll get them next year. We'll try to get them into a different program. They'll invest more with us because they'll have the money. They'll have made that money. Then I said, you know what? Can I get this below? Can I even get rid of the $2,997? So guys, right now, give me a big vote. Say yes or say do it. Say do it if you want me to just chop this thing off. You want me to completely destroy. Go against every piece of advice I ever got from anybody. All right? And we did, guys. We settled at just a one-time low payment of $797 to be a part of this program. Now, hold on 1 minute because I'm not even close anywhere to done. Here's the deal. Honestly, give me 2 more minutes because I'm about to do something that's a total, true game changer. Hang tight, all right? Seriously, I'm going to ask you for permission soon, and I'm going to give you a choice. I always said I empower my students. I'm going to give you a choice, all right? There is something that we get. There's an overwhelming request we get. So what I just shared with you is what we call do-it-yourself program. It's $18,470 in real value for just one payment of $797. I had to cut some corners, all right? And that led to people giving me an overwhelming request. And what I'm about to do, I think, is a great game changer. So I want you to listen to this. I want you to open your ears, really pay attention now. the question or request we get is, how do I get long-term hand-holding? And this is a specific one that we get. It's not written up there. It says, can you review my work as I do it? So let's say you chose a niche. Will I review it? Let's say you create a product outline. Can I have a coach review it? Give you constructive feedback? How many of you think that that would really tremendously help yourself, your business, okay? Say me. If something like that, having someone who's already successful, who's already doing it, reviewing what you're creating. All right, we got a bunch of people saying me right now. Oh, my God. It's hundreds and hundreds pouring in, all right? So you know what? I was inspired by something that Robert Kiyosaki said about me earlier this year. It really was one of the most touching moments of my life. Best-selling author. The first book I ever read was Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He said, what Anik Singal provides is incredibly impressive. Becoming an entrepreneur in today's economy is absolutely the #1 way to achieve your dream for financial freedom. The level of commitment, dedication, and support that Anik provides his students, well, it gives his students a serious advantage over everybody else. And based on that, I decided that I want to do something crazy. Now, here's the choice. You guys get to make a choice. In order for me to do something crazy for you, something that people have literally called me nuts for, I'm going to need 10 more minutes of your time, okay? I'm going to need 10 more minutes of your time. I can either give you the option, I can give you the URL right now for you to start with the Gold program, or I can do something that I am absolutely being called nuts for. And I think that that's going to be, 73% of our students are actually opting for the second option because of how crazy it is. However, I want everybody here to say yes, because you're going to give me permission for 10 more minutes of your time, and you know and you understand why I'm asking for. Oh, wow. Okay, then. All right. I don't know, Anthony, if you can hear me, but I think I'm going to take 10 more minutes. Seems to be pretty overwhelming that people are asking for it. So here we go, guys. Here's what we're going to do, all right? Was that you, Anthony?
Were you asking for me?
Oh, no, I wasn't asking for you. I was just saying, everyone's saying I can take 10 more minutes because I want to present something completely nuts, and they're giving me.
Let me ask everybody real fast, Anik, just real fast. How many of you have enjoyed Anik's presentation so far? Just say yes for me. Big yeses. I want to see lots of yeses. If you love what Anik's talked about, if you can see yourself doing what Anik and I do. Okay, great. I'm sorry, Anik, I had you on. I had myself on mute, so Chloe wouldn't interrupt your presentation.
No problem, no problem. Thank you, guys. And wow, all the yeses coming in. Guys, I really appreciate it. All right, you can start my 10-minute countdown timer right now. Thank you so much for agreeing to give me that. I appreciate it. All right, you guys are it's gonna be worth your time. I'm gonna introduce you to our Platinum program, guys. It's ultra limited. Here's the deal. We were expecting about 20 to 30% of our students to opt in for it. We have a 73% right now, and it's gonna shut down super soon. But we are giving away unlimited support, lifetime VIP access, and basically a process where we review your business as you build it and give you actual guidance. I'm not just saying yes, no's. We give you actual reviews of what we are doing. All right? What if I told you that you can get all this extra support today with the same starting investment? So it's confusing, I know. Just hang tight. 1 minute. I'm going to surprise you. So I want to empower you. I'll let you choose. Guys, bonus #1 for our Platinum program, lifetime access. Here's the deal. If I create a new program in the future, you get it. You work at your own pace, and we do Q&A calls for life with myself and my coaches. We're here permanently. As long as I'm an internet marketer, as long as I'm teaching this stuff, I'm yours. All right? #2, guys, I love this. This is my favorite. I believe that one weekend at a time, I can change lives. And what we like to do, we run these massive events in Vegas, right? We have these huge events, 700, 800 people in a room. And what I discovered was, firstly, it cost me like $250,000 to put on that event. It cost each of my students about $2,000 between hotel and flights. So forget that. Let's just let you sit right where you are. And when we do a virtual live event, I can actually bring all these great experts from all over the world right to your doorstep. When I do a live event, I can't. So I'm going to give you 3 events with the top experts in the world. Over the next 90 days, because you're committing 90 days, I'm going to share with you exactly how to plan and set up your business. I'm going to share with you the fast and powerful way to get your product created, and I'm also going to share with you the best way to ignite your business. We're going to actually hold your hand and get you to the point where you're generating $120,000 that mark. Now, this means I'm going to get you the experts from all over the world, okay? I mean, literally, I have access to people like Anthony all over the world. Anthony is a master at email marketing. I have people that are masters at webinar selling, product creation, networking, affiliate recruitment, Facebook traffic, Google traffic, guys, penny clicks, I mean, anything and everything. I'll bring them to your doorstep for free for you. Number 3, guys, $5,000 worth of free software coming. As I told you, my new mission, my public mission is digital publishing. We are creating a plethora of digital publishing tools. We have our first one rolling out in about 3 weeks. We have 12 programmers around the world right now. Sorry, not the country, around the world working. Over the next 6 months, we're going to be releasing all the tools you see. I'm going to give them to you for free. Bonus number 4, guys, my business review. I cannot tell you how valuable this is. If all you do is invest in this program simply to have us reviewing your work, I'm telling you it's worth 10 times what we're actually asking for. This is where I lose money, honest to God. This is where it's costing me an arm and a leg, but I know that this is where I can protect you, because we get a chance to see what you're doing, and we can help make sure you do it right. And guys, bonus number 5, I call this my brain tank. You'll see a bunch of people on this screen here. I didn't put Anthony on here because obviously you guys know Anthony, you have access to Anthony. I am going to dissect one student's business every year. I'm also going to pick one of the experts from UC below. I have literally, guys, there are about 100 of these. I'm going to pick one every single month for the next 12 months, and I'm going to keep bringing them to you, right to your door. We're going to do some powerful rip-apart sessions for a whole year. So you get 2 things a month. You get the expert access and my student success case studies. Bonus number 6, guys, founding member status. Unlimited upgrades and access for life. We plan on updating this program every month, but I also plan on launching a new class like every 6 months or every year. Now, when I launch these classes, they will never be for this low investment price we're talking about today. They are going to be for a lot more because obviously, guys, eventually I got to start profiting on it. But as a platinum member, you get to enroll in all of those classes for free. As a gold member, you will have to re-up your membership. Okay, so you get free 100% upgrades. You get VIP support. We answer your support tickets first. We give you VIP seating. We give you VIP access to our virtual events. Everything across the board. And last but not least, my favorite bonus. How many of you right now think having access to me directly on Facebook? Imagine being able to talk to me and have me look at your stuff, me give you advice, me make introductions for you for your business. How many of you think that that would make a big difference in your life? That that would make a big change in your life? Well, here's the deal, guys. For me to be able to go out and create so many millionaires and so many digital publishing millionaires, I know I have to put myself on the table for that. And I know it makes a huge change and a huge difference because my clients and those who I work with are absolutely kicking butt. Here's the only catch. I'll give you this. The only catch is you have to graduate. You got to get your digital publishing business up. Now, I'm not going to not work with you till you get it up, but I'll work with you through my coaches. I'll work with you through our Q&A webinars and through all of our training. But as soon as you get your business up, my team says, boom, here's your certificate, you graduated, bam, you're going to be inside a private Facebook group. And guys, you're going to laugh at this. I hadn't used Facebook on my phone now for almost a year. I reinstalled it just 3 days ago as we kicked off the Publish Academy promotion. I am now recommitting. I will take you with me on my phone, and I constantly will be checking to answer your questions. So guys, look at that, over $39,946 in true value right now for the Platinum program. And like I told you, 73% of our students are taking that. That means it's going to be shutting down really soon. So really, the question to ask right now, there's only one question. That is, how much support do you want? You know, do you want to do the do-it-yourself program, which is fine. It's one payment of $797. You get started. Or do you want to go both feet in, dive in, be a founding member, have access to all the additional tools, myself included, and have us reviewing your business? There's no looking back here. Once you do this program, remember, 90 days is your commitment. We are going to push you into becoming a success. Well, here's the big news that I'm going to announce that I think is going to make the decision for you. That is that, guys, today you can also have the Platinum program for the same low starting investment of just $797. You just have to make 3 total payments of $797. So the Gold program is just 1 payment today. The Platinum program is simply a subsequent 2 more payments. And here's the truth, guys. It just barely helps me cover my expenses. And that's it. You get lifetime access. So right now, before I give you this URL, I'm going to tell you something. For those who take action, I am going to, we're going to figure something out. We're going to do something super special for you, okay? But I need you to get ready right now. I need you to open your browser because I'm telling you right now, the Platinum program is going to be shutting down. I've got my phone on for my team to let me know. We've allocated a certain number of seats that we really can truly open up when we do these webinars because I can't give all of them up to one person, or to one webinar. So right now, guys, I want you to open that browser. I want you to type in learn.com/Anthony. lurn.com/Anthony. And I got to confirm real quick that it's working. We've been having some server issues, so let's just confirm real quick. All right, it's up and running. It's all good. Guys, go to learn.com/Anthony. Do it right now. Take action. The first person to take action, the first person who's going to take action and leaves me a message, and I will check here, the first person who takes action and leaves me a message here that says that they've enrolled, I am going to get on the phone with you. All right, the first person who takes action, I am going to get on the phone with you, and I'm going to actually give you a consult before you even kick off your business. Now, here's the deal, guys. I'm not even done yet. I've got 2 more bonuses coming up. By the way, it's Learn, L-U-R-N, not L-E-A-R-N. It's LURN.com/Anthony. I'm also going to share with you something in a few moments about how I'm willing to invest and will be investing $100,000 of my money on your behalf to grow your business. And I've got another huge announcement coming out. But before that, the first person who takes action and types their name into that question, oh, here we go. We have a winner. Kim is in. Kim, congratulations. All right, guys, I will extend it. I will extend it to another 2 people. Another 2 people who take action right now. All right, now, here's the deal. Anthony, I know, has got an additional something he wants to share with you. Anthony, did you want to chime in? Because I know what it is. I'm super excited about it, and I'm ready. Like, I want to hear what you got.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you hear me, everybody?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you great.
Just want to make sure everybody can hear me. Okay. So, so what I did while Anik, what I did while you guys were continuing with this training here, I went ahead and switched to my laptop. I want to see. Can everybody see me now? Very cool. Yeah, remember how I told you guys we should fix your hair before you get on these live camera things? Sorry. So I'm actually sitting on my couch now. I'm out of my office, but I got on my laptop because I wanted to be able to. I want to be able to talk to you guys. I wanted to be able to, obviously, let you see me, see that this is all live and real. So everybody can hear me good, see me good. Just say yes if you can. I want to make sure I don't use my laptop often for this. Very cool, very cool. Well, listen, everybody. First of all, what I want to do is I want to ask you all, how many of you have enjoyed Anik's presentation? Type the number 1 in for me, because there's so many yeses coming on to see the number 1. Okay? 1. Very good. Awesome. I see a ton of you saying yes. Okay, how many of you can see yourself doing what Anik is teaching? Put the number 2 in. If you can see yourself actually doing this. Okay? All right. I see a ton of 2s, so many 2s, it's timing out. Okay. All right. Now, quick question. How many of you can actually see how this could double your email profits? Type 3. Number 3 for me. If you can see how this ties in with what we're doing. This ties in with what we do and what we talk about and what we teach every single week. So I know that if I give you just massive, massive opportunity here, okay, then I know that when you do this, the more I teach you about email marketing, the more money you can actually make. So I'm excited about it. How many of you are excited about this? Not just that you enjoyed the presentation, but you are excited about what we're doing here. Awesome. Well, here's what I want to do for you. First of all, I am thrilled that Anik came on here, spent some time with us. I think it's a phenomenal opportunity. Like I said, Anik did $11.4 million doing this exact model, this exact thing, exactly what he is getting ready to teach you how to do, $11.4 million, and that was in one couple of weeks span. That was back in February, okay? Like you said, he's going to probably hit over $20 million doing this this year. So how many of you would be happy with a fraction, just a fraction of what Anik is able to do? Just a fraction, not the whole 20 million, not 11.5 million. Okay, just a fraction. All right? I see a lot of you saying yes. Very good. Well, here's what I want to do for you, okay? What Anik is doing, Anik and I talked about this the other day, and I kind of went on a rant. And gosh, I wish that, man, I really wish that I could state it exactly how I did to him the other day when he told me what he was offering, because I think it really was phenomenal. But at the end of the day, here's what you have. The most important thing in this entire business model, okay? The most important thing is your affiliates. It's the people you are connected to. Because like Anik said, there's a lot of people that go spend a fortune on paid ads, right? And they're having to spend money to hope to make money. In this model, it doesn't work that way. In this model, you actually have affiliates. You have partners that are going to actually promote your products for you. They're going to go out, they're going to support you, and you only pay them if they make a sale. So that means you're guaranteed to make a profit. How many of you understand that? It's guaranteed profits when you actually start to do this, right? Do we all understand that? There's no spending money and hoping you make money. It's literally guaranteed profits, but it's only guaranteed profits if you have the partners, if you have the affiliate. We call them affiliates, but they're really JV partners, right? Okay, that's what really sold me on this program that Anik's put together, is he's willing to connect you with partners that basically guarantees when you go through his course, when you do this, when like he said, you have two choices right now, gold or platinum. No matter which one you're in, when you get your product done and his company and his coaches say, okay, this product is ready, it's ready for the marketplace, they guarantee you they are going to connect you with the people that instantly turn that into profits. Can all of you see the power in that? I want to know. Just say yes if you can see the power in what that actually means for you. It means not having to struggle. It means not having to waste so much time and energy trying and spend more time and energy actually doing. And let me give you just one story as to why I feel like this is such a phenomenal, just a phenomenal business model in general. I tell you guys, I spent a lot of you, you know my story. I'm a pretty transparent person. I've told you why I got started online. I told you what happened with me and my family. And at the end of the day, I started an e-commerce business. I was selling Mustang parts on the internet when I was, 22 years old. And I'm telling you guys, like, I got that business to $250,000 to $300,000 per month. Okay, I was just doing phenomenal. And one thing I realized that I was walking in the same footsteps that my dad walked in. Really pretty much my entire life. My dad, when I was young, he owned apartment complexes. My birthday's on Christmas Eve. I can vividly remember Christmas Eves where my dad wasn't there. Not only for Christmas Eve, he wasn't there for my birthday because he had a responsibility and he had to go to that business. How many of you have a business, have a job that you have a responsibility? It doesn't matter what's going on in your personal life, you've got to take care of that business and that responsibility. Just say yes if you understand what I'm talking about. It doesn't even matter if it's just your job. Most people think, oh, that's only business owners. No. That's all of us. That's if you have just a regular 9 to 5. How many of you have not been able to go to your kids' recitals or your kids' soccer games or baseball games, or you haven't been able to coach your kids' baseball games because you have a job, because you have a responsibility, because you have somewhere else you have to be, right? It's taking your time. How many of you have seen that? You can't go on the vacation that you want to go on. You can't do the things with your family that you want to do. You can't sleep in with your kids, with your wives. Maybe you miss them before they go to school every day, and you don't get to see them because you have to be at work at a certain time. Look, I lived that life with my dad for basically my entire life. I lived that way, and I told myself when I got older it wasn't going to happen again. I wasn't going to do it. That I was going to be different. When I have a family, I want time freedom. How many of you want time freedom, not just financial freedom, right? Financial freedom sounds great until you realize it robs you of time. Time is one thing we can't buy. It's one thing we can't get back. Yesterday is gone and you can't get it back. And I realized that with my dad, and my dad realized that and taught me and said, son, look, I was driven, I was successful, I made a lot of money, and I ended up losing it all. And at the end of the day, I'm 65 years old, and I wish that I hadn't done any of it because I missed so much time with you and with our family. So here's what I want you to realize. This business It gives you time freedom, not just financial freedom. Sure, you can become extremely wealthy with this. You can make a lot of money, but it gives you time freedom. It gives you the freedom to launch a new product once or twice a year. Reach out to a handful of people, not thousands of people, 2 or 3 people, and literally change your life, right? From 1 minute to the next. Completely change your life. It's black and white. It's A or B. It's 1 or 2. It's binary. 1 minute you're here, the next minute you're there. That's the power. That is the power of launching your own product online if you have the right partners. So here's the bonus that I wanted to add for you because you're my students. And at the end of the day, I'm not teaching product launches, right? That's not what I'm teaching. I teach email marketing, which, by the way, is going to help you make way more money from what you're actually doing with Anik. But here's what I'm going to guarantee you. You all know that I have a very big email list, okay? All of you are here because you're on my email list. Some of you, I guess, are now getting a text reminder. But at the end of the day, you're all on my email list. And I have a very, very large email list with one email promotion of the right product, of a product that I feel like fits and benefits my students. A promotion from me could absolutely change your life, could do massive volume for you, many sales. So it doesn't matter if you create an awesome product about dog training. Like I said, there are so many of us, even though we're interested in internet marketing, we also have little puppies. Mine's literally sitting in front of me right now drinking water. I'm surprised she's not barking. No matter what it is that you create, provided it is a very quality product, the bonus that I'm willing to add in here is that I'm willing to send a free promotion for you, meaning you don't have to pay me. I'm going to send a promotion to my list and say, hey, everybody on my list, check out my student. They just went through this amazing course here at Publish Academy. They've launched their very own product. Here's what it's about. I want you to check it out, and if it's something you're interested in, I want you to buy it, and I want you to support them. How many of you feel like an email promotion like that from me would literally change your financial situation in a heartbeat? Just say yes if you see the value in this. Okay? Okay, understand that there are, I have sent promotions for very, very simple things in the past, and they're very large. Okay, they do a lot of revenue. So I want you to see the value in this. I would not even sell something like this to anybody because I would have to spend too much money. I would have to tell somebody, okay, you have to pay me $40,000 for me to send this email, and people would be like, well, they'd freak out. That's the value. If someone came to me and said, Anthony, I want you to promote my product for me, and I want you to just send an email, I literally would charge $40,000 for it. I will do it for you completely free once you go through this course, and Anik comes to me and says, Anthony, this student of yours is a rock star. This student of yours is next level. This student of yours has a product that's ready and prime, and I want you to promote it. And I'll do that for you. How many of you feel that that one bonus right there is kind of like the icing on the cake, right? You know that not only do you have the support from Anik, not only do you have the support from the partners that he puts you in touch with, you will have my support, and I'll go a step further. When I promote your product, I will also send that information out to all of my partners that I work with so that I can help you even more. How many of you feel like that's next level and that's something that's really awesome? Just say yes. Okay? Here's my second bonus for you, okay? Bonus number 2. And understand, I've never done this for anybody. You guys have been with me now since, I don't know, April. I've never offered to promote somebody else's product. In fact, I vet everything. Anik is on here because I know that every word Anik said to you tonight is true. I know that everything Anik promised you will happen. I know that everything Anik has done with his business and the way he teaches is to benefit not himself but his students. I've watched Anik invest hundreds of thousands of dollars not in his sales material but in his training material, in his coaches, in his time, in his effort to get you success. That's why Anik is on here. He's not on here because he's a friend. I have a lot of friends and I only have one Thursday night each week. I can promise you I don't put my friends on here. I put people on here that I truly feel like are going to help you go to the next level. Okay? Bonus number 2. Okay, bonus number 2. I have launched many, many, many successful products. Okay? Many successful products. In fact, a lot of you have my products. How many of you right now have my products? Just say yes. You're only on this webinar because you have my products. I reached you. How about that? You are part of the process. So what I want to do is take you behind the scenes. I want to take you behind the scenes and show you the other side of that process. I want to show you the other side of what's going on. I want to show you how I launched massive, massive products, just like Anik's done, right? We both do the same thing, but what I'm going to do is give you 3 coaching sessions. You get Anik's course, you go through Anik's course, and I'm going to take you and invite you through 3 coaching sessions live, just like this with me, except all we're going to talk about is the products that you currently own, how I created them, and how I launched them. How many of you would like to see that? How many of you would like to see kind of behind the scenes of the actual products that you own from me right now? How I put it together, the process we went through, the people that made our videos, the people that helped us kind of script it, every single thing that you need to know to duplicate and see exactly what I did, I'm going to show you during these coaching sessions. So not only am I going to support you with my email list, not only am I going to support you by introducing you to some of my top partners that I know could do massive, massive things for you, but I'm also going to get my butt on here and help you learn how I've done this too. How does that sound? How many of you are going to go platinum or gold right now tonight? All I want you to do is type the package that you're going with right now. Type in gold or platinum in the chat box if you are joining this right now. All right, Arieli, welcome. Jerry, welcome. Patricia, I've seen Patricia, you were live with us a few weeks ago. You are doing a great job. Congratulations on being here. I wish I could click and put you back on the screen tonight, but I know we're running out of time. But congratulations on being here. Bernard, congratulations. Ethel, Kim, Kenneth, Marcy, looks like Michael, Dwayne, Lisa, let's see, Samuel going platinum. Kim is going platinum. Congratulations. Catherine going platinum. Kaylin, let's see. Man, so many of them coming in. Marin, looks like a lot of you. Okay. All right. I want you to tell me right now, what else can I do for you to help you make the decision to help yourself? Because that's what it's all about. Is there anything else I can do for you right now other than say, hey, look, what Anik's going to do is his team's going to take you by the hand and they're going to walk you from where you're at now to where you need to be in terms of a product launch, in terms of making sure that you've got a product that's ready to be sold, okay? Then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to make sure you make money with it because I'm going to mail it to my list for you. And then Anik's going to turn around and make sure you make money with it because he's going to make sure that you've got JV partners. Then I'm going to give you access to my other JV partners, and then I'm going to put you on some coaching sessions with me so we can tie it all up, put a bow on it, get you in the industry, and get you publishing digital products all the time. But again, maintaining time freedom, because that's what it's all about. It is not about massive, massive amounts of money and nothing else. It's about massive amounts of money and massive, massive amounts of time so that you can use that money to do the things you want in life, to be able to travel, to be able to spend time. You know what's great about my life right now? It's hard probably for most people to really comprehend that I would have just little things in my life. Everybody thinks that, oh, the great thing about having money is a Ferrari. That's not. I'll show you the great thing about having life. The great thing about having a lot of money is I can sit here on my couch and I can, let's see if you can see Chloe. There she is. Say, hey, Chloe. Say, hey. And I can spend every day working right here from home and spending time with my family, spending time with Chloe. And she has no clue what we're doing and why we keep doing it, but, but I get to spend time with the people I love. And I don't have to get pulled away. I can be working right now, and she can be laying right next to me, freaking out. Hey, Chloe. So,
the lifestyle of millions of dollars and extravagance and big houses and Ferraris and all that. I'm talking about the lifestyle of want to do. Just say yes if that's important to you. If you're ready for that in your life. If you're tired of being tied down and doing what everybody else tells you have to do when it takes you away from the people and the things that mean so freaking much to you. That's what this is all about. That's why I do this every Thursday. That's why I'm here right now. That's why I have Anik here right now. I'm trying to give you every opportunity. I'm trying to give you every single opportunity to do for yourself, what I feel like can really help you be successful. So how many of you appreciate Anik being here tonight now that you know exactly what we put together for you? Anik and I got on the phone, we talked about this, and I actually added a little bit to my bonus that Anik didn't even know about. I told him I would do 3 coaching sessions with you and help you myself because I know how to reach you guys. We spend so much time together that I know how to reach you. So I figured I'm going to help you too. Clearly I know how to do this just like Anik does. But
Anthony, I'm going to buy my own product through your link so I can get your promotion. That is so worth it. I can't believe you would add that. And for you guys you guys don't understand the value of that. People like myself in our industry, we like chase after Anthony with the prayer and hope that he might give us a review of the product, much less promote it. That's huge.
Offer not valid for Anik. Everybody say offer not valid for Anik. Only valid for my students. Let me make that phrase. Let me just phrase that so other people can't. Look at you. There you are. What's up, man?
I forgot to put my camera on.
Gosh, I can see you now.
So I'm gonna do something as well. All right, for everyone who takes action, there's 2 more things I'm gonna do. I got slides, for them, and I can bring them up. But let's just talk. I love how everyone's just having kind of a real conversation. I also want to do a quick, I want to shout out to Kim, Marcy, Patricia, Arieli, Jerry, Bernard, Ethel, Kim, Kenneth, Marcy, Ernstine, Tabor, Lisa, Samuel, Kaylin, Schaefer, Brian, Eli. This keeps going. These are people who take action, who make things happen. Guys, I'm going to do 2 things for you that are going to absolutely blow this thing through the water. But you've got to do something for me in return. So right now, if I give you a challenge, I want you to say yes to accepting my challenge. And in return, I'm going to do something that nobody has ever done that is going to truly show you how serious I am. Although I'll tell you, with Anthony throwing in his bonus, I'm not sure how valuable mine will be. But and all you have to do is accept the challenge. You've got 10 minutes. So what I decided to do about a week ago, before we launched for this class of Publish Academy, was I actually took $100,000 and I put them to the side. I'm pretty blessed in my life. Anthony shares his story. Mine is very similar, guys. I literally, we're building schools around the world right now. I'm trying to give away more money than I'm making almost sometimes. This year we invested close to $500,000 in just building an infrastructure for 10 more schools next year. And so I try to do whatever I can to give back because I know that the more I give, the more I'll receive. I get that, and I just want to help people at this point. So I took $100,000, I put it aside really for you. And what we're doing with that is, 1, we hired a dedicated person starting in 2 weeks that's going to work out of our office here. We're actually building a physical center about 5 miles up from my house. And this physical center is going to literally have a big video studio, audio studio, a training center, and experts. So let's say you're like, oh, God, I'm really stuck in just creating my content. You'll be able to get on the phone with someone. We'll give you somebody who will actually coach you and walk you through it. But the first position we're filling is what we call our affiliate manager, who is for you, okay? So let me just see how many people have accepted my challenge offer here. All right. This person is going to, when you're ready, when your product is up, and we've looked at it, I've reviewed it, we said thumbs up, going to go out and recruit affiliates for you. They're going to go out and find people and bring them right to you, because our goal is what? We need 3 people, and you cross the first step towards financial freedom. After that, it's just rinsing and repeating. All right, Willie, you heard Willie. He had 3 people, right? Today, it's 2 months later, he's getting his next project ready. It's going to go live in about a month. He has 32 affiliates ready to go. 32. I can't make this stuff up. It's so that amazing. So I brought on somebody who's going to physically help you. Willie, who has been my assistant, is now getting promoted, and he's going to be one of our lead coaches to work with you. All right? The next thing that we're doing. So I want to talk about refunds. People ask refunds. Here's what I'm going to do. We usually do 30-day refund period, right? I said, you know what? I'm doing a 90-day commitment from you. I'm going to do a 90-day commitment back to you. But I'm going to do it with a little catch. Guys, I'm not a big fan of refunds. I'll tell you why I'm not a fan of refunds. Because such a defeatist mentality. You come in and you quit. I'm not a quitter. I'm a fighter, okay? You can't see, I don't know if you can see all these gloves here. That's how I live. I fight for everything. I want to fight for you, but you got to give me an opportunity to do it. So when you come in, don't come in with that mentality at all. Just throw it out. 2 feet in, dive in, and just let's do this. Now, if you're having a struggle, if you're having a problem, I would rather come in and give you unlimited support and get you to succeed, because that's what you're looking for. Nobody wants to join these programs to waste their time and just get a refund later. I want to give you that support. But here's the deal. You're super unhappy? Fine. 90 days, guys. I'll give you 90 days. Do what you got to do, and I'll give you your money back if you have to. I'm doing everything I can. Here's the final piece, and then I'm going to start my challenge countdown timer, because you got 10 minutes, okay? Final piece is this. Let's say you invested in a franchise. Let's say you invested in MBA. So we'll take franchise. $100,000, you invested it, something happens. Shit hits the fan, and you don't pan out. You lose. You lose money. Is that franchise, would Subway come knocking down your door and say, oh my God, we're so sorry, here you go, here is the money back, here's your $100,000, we apologize. Not a chance. But I don't want my students to go through that. So what I've said is my students spend that much time doing what I've taught them. The next 90 days, they get their business up, they do exactly as I showed, they follow the steps, and for some crazy reason, if it doesn't work, I will dive in, I'll roll my sleeves up, dive in with you, and fix it. And help you fix it. You implement the changes we're doing. If that still doesn't work, guys, we're looking at like a 0.001% chance of that happening. If it doesn't, I will buy your business off of you for up to $25,000. That is the level of commitment, the level of belief I have not only in you, but my system. Now, $100,000 I'm investing on your behalf. Extending, doubling the refund policy. Go to the page right now. Go to learn.com/Anthony. Go there right now. And what you're going to see, I'm pulling it up on this computer, scroll to the bottom. You'll see it says 0 risk 45-day money back guarantee. I just doubled it. It's going to be 90 days. And I'm going to throw back that buyback policy. That means as long as you take action. So the only thing you have to really ask yourself right now, and I'll ask you guys right here, are you going to take action? That's all. If you are, say yes, type in yes if you would take action. If you're someone who's going to take action and you're confident in yourself, this is a sure thing. You can't possibly not succeed with this. I mean, we're seeing just yeses left, right, and center. So here's what I'm going to do real quick.
I mean, buying it back, that's just crazy, I mean, I know mine's crazy.
We won't need to, Anthony. We won't need to because they're all going to do well. That's the whole thing.
I know, that's the whole idea. It's just, I don't think anybody on here has ever heard anything like that, because most things, you and I know this. Look, we watch people create products that suck, do we not? You and I, do we not see this all the time? And we've had this conversation personally many times where we've said, look, there are a lot of people that create a lot of products that simply don't work. And they hide behind cheap guarantees. They don't, they obviously don't actually, ever fulfill. And what we do is different. That's why I'm willing to sit here and say, look, I'll send an email to my list. That'll cost me money, by the way. It's not free. And not only that, obviously my reputation's on the line. So what I'm basically telling you guys is, I know when Anik shows you how to do this, that it's going to be quality. That it's going to be something that I don't mind putting my name behind and helping you be successful and helping to promote. And so that's the reason why I feel like this is so different. And then Anik comes along and says, hey, by the way, if this for whatever reason doesn't work out, I'll give you I'll buy your business back for $25,000. Well, you can't do that unless you're pretty damn sure it's going to work, because gosh, if it doesn't work, Anik's going to go broke. How many of you don't want Anik to go broke? Just say yes for me. We don't want Anik to go broke. I think he told you a little bit about his story where he had some financial issues. He kind of went down, he came back up, he rebounded, he was smarter, faster, more successful, and more solid, more solid and stable, right? We don't want Anik to go back down that path again. We want Anik to win. The only way Anik wins is if you win. Think about that. It's the only way it happens. Hey, Anik, we can't hear you.
This whole time I've been making comments. Sorry, I was muted.
There you go.
Guys, I don't want to go down that path again either, and I would never do this unless I just knew. I know how the system works. Okay, we have willies running around all over the place, and that's what we're trying to make you into. Okay, if not more. I had a student, guys, with one affiliate. This is 3 weeks ago. They're testing. They're just testing because they have a launch coming up. One affiliate, they did $152,000. It was mind-boggling. About 3 months ago, we had a student who was, again, testing before their launch. One affiliate, you ready for this? That this is an outlier. It's completely kind of out there. $450,000 that they were able to create. And it's nuts. So here's the deal, Anthony. I want to throw this out there again because I don't want to miss anybody. All right, if you have made the decision and you are involved, we've got literally people pouring in from all over the place. Here's the do you have a question? You might have a question. So here's the deal. Pull open the learn.com/Anthony. There's a little live chat box in the corner. Okay, I've literally got my team waiting to speak to you. They will answer any question. We're super transparent, very honest. If you want our help in helping you figure out whether this is right for you or not, they're going to tell you the honest truth. Pull open that chat box, type your question in. Someone will grab it within probably about 15 seconds, and they'll answer your question. But, guys, here's the deal. If you've made that decision, type your name in. Go to the question box here. We've got a tremendous number of people that have taken action, that are serious. 7 minutes. We're coming up to 7 minutes left. Anthony has thrown in his bonus. We have $39,000 worth of bonuses. Anthony's saying he'll promote as long as you've done the job as needed. You've created a great product. I'm telling you I'm going to help you recruit the first affiliates that you need. I'm giving you the guarantee here. You cannot lose. The only question you have to ask is, are you serious? Are you planning on taking action? As long as the answer to that is yes, I don't really know why you wouldn't be typing your name in right now. So we have got a lot of people that are taking action here right now. My God, it's welcome to Jerry. Jerry just joined us as well. Actually, scrolling so fast. Jim, welcome. Hey guys, don't type your questions in here right now. If you want a one-on-one chat, you have to actually pull up learn.com/Anthony. Type that into the browser, and then it's a little chat box in the corner. I think I could probably show it to you too. All right, so let me pause my screen for just a second.
I want to say welcome to Lisa. Lisa just said her name. She's in. And also, guys, I am going to be at the end of this countdown timer. I'm going to be announcing our two winners, our $1,000 and $1,500 winner, because Anik and I will be closing down, and I'll be kind of hanging out with the family for a minute, whom I haven't really seen much today, as Chloe went to work with her mom today, so I didn't get to see her too much.
All right, guys, these sites right in front of you, this is what you're going to see, all right? Let me zoom in here. And what you're going to do now, again, guys, 73%, as I told you, are taking the platinum option, which means it's going to go down. It has to go down soon. But you can scroll down here, choose between platinum right here. You can click this, or gold. Fill in your email address. Remember, I told you on the site we've showed you 45 days. I doubled that for you guys, made it 90 days. And then just type in your email address, hit continue. But if you've got a question, click on this little guy right here. It says chat with us. It'll pop up. Type in your question. Someone will engage in a conversation with you, answer your question directly. We've got people seriously right now taking action. Who's going to be the next one? Who's going to be the next one to put their name in here so we can call you out and congratulate you so that we can give you all of this ridiculous value and literally push you into succeeding? I'm watching the question box right now.
Looks like Michelle is in platinum, so she wanted to let us know. So welcome, Michelle.
Yeah. Welcome, Michelle. That's amazing. All right. Hey, I had turned the countdown timer off real quick, but I'm going to turn it back on, guys, so you could probably see it on the screen right there. 6 minutes, guys, to make that decision. This is your chance to make that decision. 6 minutes. Anthony, back over to you, or if you want, we can answer some questions, but I just see people, like my team's also saying it's going crazy here.
Yeah, you know, it's basically, for me, I actually am getting emails from people, which is crazy because they're like, hey, I couldn't find the URL, but it's like right there. So you guys, it's right there on the screen. I know you're used to me typing it in blue and putting it on the. But anyway, it's learn.com/Anthony. Go there. That's going to take you to the page. I want to, I definitely want to let you all know. It looks like Chantel is enrolled. And one thing that Anik that is important, because I have products that I launch myself, but I also have products that I introduce to my list and to my students before anybody else knows about them. Like you and I have talked about my mobile opt-in product, and I'm not going to launch that. Nobody even gets access to that until January of next year, right? End of January. But a lot of my students have seen it. So they've seen that, like, over the last 3 months, I've opened it up, and I only open it up to a few people at a time, and I close it down. But I keep reopening it to let more and more beta testers in. What I want people to realize about what you're doing is it's different. It opens, it closes, it's done, and you start the course. It's like college, right? It's not something that's opened and then closed and opened and closed and opened and closed over the course of 3 or 4 months. Like literally, you open this up. Once the course starts, the course is closed to new members, right?
Absolutely. The course is, we're shutting down in just a few days. The Platinum program, I'm sorry I'm chatting while Anthony's talking. I'm trying, my team is blowing me up right now. And you guys are asking questions, so it's great. Go to the URL, ask questions. The team's grabbing them right now. Our average response time before we grab your question is like 3 seconds right now. That's what they told me. So, yeah, we're going to close down in a few days, Anthony. And I don't think we're going to open it up again for another year minimum. And when I do, guys, I'm just going to be transparent with you. We're going to double the price as a minimum. The amount we're offering, I mean, by then I'll have built a physical center. I'm incurring a lot of costs, and so I'm right now this is the mission, right? Once we hit those 1,000 digital publishers, and we would rightfully be able to do so. Don't you agree? I mean, if we had 1,000 people using this program out there, we would be able to charge 10 times even. But you know, it's going to go up. The price.
Let's not forget, you've had products in the past which are still great products, but you haven't done what you've done on this one. Those products have been $4,000.
Yep. Oh, I've sold information for $10,000. I have members who paid me last year up to $15,000 and didn't get half of what I'm doing here. We've just gone crazy. I'm just being honest. We've lost our noggin here. We're really trying to do everything we can to just make things amazing for you, and I just can't. I don't think I can afford to do it again. I'm not going to go bankrupt again. I don't want to do that. So, you know, if you become a Platinum member today, you don't have to worry about that. I could be charging $10,000 for this program by next year, and it ain't going to make a difference to you. You get free enrollment into any Publish Academy class I do. But if you skip it today, if you miss it today, I would say at least a year before you have a chance again, even if you're willing to invest more at that time. It's at least a year.
Yeah, and that's just what I want. I wanted everybody to know that, because most of my students are used to me, you know, I say, look, it's not like you got to hurry right now, hurry. But I do want them to know that just because I have my courses that way, mine's software and stuff, and next year I'll probably do some actual like college type courses like this where it's all live and it opens and it closes. We bring in new members, we teach, we get testimonials, we get success stories. A year later, we show everybody those success stories and we say, hey, would you like to do what they do? And then they can do it. The price might go up as costs go up. So it makes a lot of sense. But I just want everybody to know, getting in now, getting in the next 2 minutes right now is very, very important, because this isn't something that is mine. So we're going to move on next week. We're going to continue on with our email marketing training. I've got some awesome stuff for you, and I'm hoping that the stuff that I'm teaching you along the way with that email marketing is going to be able to help you benefit more and profit more in the business that Anik basically holds your hand and walks with you to create. How many of you are excited about having your own business? I mean, literally your own business. I mean, that's what it is. You've got your own digital publishing business. You've got what you need to be successful. Tom is in. He's Platinum. He's excited. You know, I'm excited for you, because this is what I do. I do email marketing and I launch products. I couldn't have a better fit on it, and I've kept all our presentations, and I told my students, look, we teach a lot on these trainings. These are not these big, massive, come on here, here's my product, buy. Like, if you don't teach something, if they can't take something away from the first hour and a half of your presentation that they can take action on, that they can learn from, then there's just literally, there's no way you're coming on my webinar or my training. I like to have massive. How many of you feel like you got a lot of value, okay, a lot of value from this training tonight, even if you don't enroll, even if you did enroll, that you feel like the time tonight prior to even knowing you could enroll in this was worth being on here? And congratulations to Julie, she's in as a gold member too. All right, I see all of you saying yes. That to me is that's what I live for. That's my sole focus right now, is making sure that I'm offering great training. Just great training and a great experience. Greg is in as a Platinum. He says, Anik, the full solution offered is incredible. So I'm glad that that Fred said that, because that's really nice. Michelle said she'll see me in Atlanta, Georgia next week. So I'll see you as well, Michelle, at the live event. But the bigger thing for me, guys, as we hit the 0 on the countdown timer, is congruence. You know, continuity. Knowing that what I teach you is going to fit in and benefit and help and accelerate what Anik teaches you, and what he teaches you isn't going to take away from what I'm teaching you. Anik, you send emails every day, do you not?
I send emails every single day. I have over 1 million emails in like about 5 different niches.
There you go. So
marketer.
Anik sends emails every single day. I send emails every single day. Anik launches products. I launch products. So what we're really doing is we've kind of teamed up together, and I've said, listen, Anik, these are my students. I love my students. I love to teach you. I love to spend my time with you. I love to help you. I love to inspire you. I love to educate you. I love to motivate you. I love to do whatever I can do to help you be a better version of what you want to be, right? If you already think you're great, I want to make you greater. If you think you suck, I want to change your mind. I want to make you be the person that you want to be. Even if you're scared, even if you're scared of what it takes to get there, I want to help you push through that. I want to help you break through all the fear, all the bullshit, all the negative people in your life, all the things that hold you back, all the people that tell you can't, all the things that you think you can't overcome to get where you want to get to. I want to help you with all of that. That's how it is. But I also want to make sure that everything I do makes sense to you and that everything I do has a purpose. And so when Anik came to me and said, look at what I can do, I said, man, like, this makes sense. It makes sense to me. It's going to make sense to my students. This has purpose because it ties in so perfectly with what I'm going to teach you, with the path I'm taking you on, right? And I want to help you be successful. And that's why I was so thrilled that Anik could do it, because I can't teach you both. I don't have time to teach both. I can't focus and I can't do right by you if I say, hey, look, I can teach you product launching and I can teach you email marketing and I can teach you Facebook. I can't teach you all that. I won't do a good job. I'll do a little bit of everything, but not great at any one thing. Anik is the guy for the product launch stuff. He's going to take your hand and show you how to do it. You've already seen my brother. My brother is one of the best Facebook marketers on the damn planet. That's just all there is to it. Dude is smart. If you want to learn Facebook, Adrian's your guy. I might know how to do it, but he does it better. And when you want to do email marketing, I got you covered. So I think it's a great team. I think it's a great opportunity, and I think it's a great time right now. But there's so much opportunity online. There's so many people making so much money doing this, and all we want to do is help you get there. So I know we're going to close it down here in the next couple minutes on it because
I was going to say, I was going to just put another 2 minutes on here, guys. It's like, just to tell you how passionate I am about this. I want to see if you could see this. It's 11:20, right? Yeah. 11:20 on my phone. It's 11:20 p.m. I'm here. And I'm still working at it. I love this stuff. You don't keep this kind of level of energy after having been doing this for 14 hours today unless you absolutely love, live, and just breathe what we're doing here today. So there's another minute and 40 seconds. I want to tell you this. For those of you right now who are trying to make that decision, oops, I hit pause, and you've not made that decision, you've not taken action, you've not put your name here for us to read it out and congratulate you, I want you to tell me is it fear? What is holding you back? Because you're gonna want to. I know you're gonna wake up tomorrow or the day after, and you're gonna want to do this. And I'm telling you, I'm trying to be upfront and honest with you. It's going to be gone. I mean, there's a high likely chance we could shut down at any minute now, because there are a lot of people. If you Google us and you look, people are all about the fact that we're open right now, and they're talking about it all over the internet, and we're getting sales just left, right, and center. And so you wake up by tomorrow morning, it may not be here. So, let's ask me your questions if you want. Pull up learn.com/Anthony right now, and we have our team here at 11:30 at night. They want to help answer your questions, and they want to help give you the right answer. They're going to help you. If it's not for you, we'll be the first ones to tell you that.
Yeah, Anik, I want to mention one thing because I see a lot of people. I see a lot of people saying this, Brooks said, it's fear. I'm 20 years old and I'm new. I'm new to this. Understand that I started my first business about 20 years old, and unfortunately, I think if you look, you can kind of see the gray sort of right in there. That came from before I did product launches. That was when I did e-commerce, and boy, did that almost just kill me. I was gray at 22. And that's the stress gray right there. That's the sides where it's all stress. But the fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how young you are. If you can follow directions, if you can be dedicated and motivated, and if you can say to yourself in the morning, damn it, I'm going to do this, and then you do it, you have the opportunity to be successful with this. Now, if you're 8 years old, you shouldn't be on this webinar, okay? But I'm assuming that you're going to be at, 18 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old, whatever, you're going to be over 18 years old. If you can, have that shift in your mindset to where you don't worry about fear and you stop worrying about what you can't do and start focusing on what you can do, you're going to have massive success. That's what it's all about. And I do see some of you saying that it's a money thing, okay? And that it's just simply you haven't made the money yet. You don't have the money to invest. Okay, listen. Here's the deal. I'll tell you right now. Most of the time, when we don't have the money to do something, we get discouraged. Okay? When I wanted to start my first business, and by no means am I telling you to do this, by the way. Okay, I just want to tell you what I did. When I wanted to start my first business, I was in my 20s. I didn't have any money. My dad gave me money, right? I literally took my dad's credit card and I went and charged $6,000 on it and started a website because I didn't have back then. Websites were a fortune. I'd spend $6,000 for network solutions and a designer and all of this stuff. I spent $6,000 and I started this business. I went out on a limb. Now I'm not telling you to go take somebody's credit card and charge anything on it. What I'm telling you is if you have the means and if you're kind of using, oh well, I don't have the money as an excuse to stop yourself because you're scared, get over that. Now if you truly don't have the money, work with me, stay here with me, stay on these trainings with me, be dedicated, don't get discouraged, don't quit, don't give up on yourself, and we'll get you there. We'll get you to the point where you have the money to make the investments to make more money. How many of you feel me on that, understand that, and say yes? Just say yes if you understand that. Okay? It's all about dedication. You can't give up. You can't let any situation in life, any bump in the road, make you give up on yourself and on what you want to do. I'm going to be here every Thursday night. Doesn't matter if the Saints are playing and I'm missing the game, and you all know I love the Saints, and apparently they're beating Atlanta right now. Sorry for those of you that are Atlanta fans. And I'm missing it, and the Saints are terrible this year, and they're beating an undefeated team. But I'm sitting right here at 10:30 at night. I'm hanging out with you. I'm talking to you, and I'm trying to help you help yourself. Okay? I'm going to be here. I expect all of you to be here. How many of you are going to be here with me next week, next Thursday night, when I miss another football game? And this is what I love. I love football. To be here with you, to teach you, to inspire you, to educate you, and to push you and motivate you to do something, to stay dedicated, not to ever give up on your plans, on your wishes, on your desires, and on the things that you want. All right? I see a lot of you saying yes. That's awesome. Very, very good. Well, listen, Anik, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to announce our $1,000 winner.
Yeah.
Okay. And if there's anything else, if anybody else has any questions, look, for any of you that have enrolled, go ahead and just put in the chat box the platinum or the gold package. I know everybody that's enrolled in this is still here, so just put platinum or gold. Just type platinum or gold. We'll call you out. We'll say thank you, and I'm going to go let this thing run so we can pick our winner. Bernard is in the gold. Pauline is platinum. Jamie is platinum. Blair, or James Blair, I guess, is gold. Julie is gold. Kim is in platinum. Let's see. We got Marcy in platinum. Michael is platinum. Dwayne is gold. Raphael is platinum. Anik. Brooks is gold. Looks like Eric is platinum. Richard is gold. Ray is platinum. Samuel says platinum and ready to go. Chantel is platinum. Catherine is platinum. I'm seeing a platinum trend here. I was not even paying attention to platinum, but I know it was
I told you. Most of our students are taking the program, which is concerning because we have to shut it down sooner. But it's great. Glad you guys got in.
Looks like we got a lot of people that are going to be working on this, so I'm excited about it. All right, so our first winner is. This will be 1,000. It's going to be Martin Ross. So Martin Ross.
Congratulations, Martin.
Awesome. Martin, everybody say congratulations to Martin. He's our first winner. Look, Chloe, do you want to pick the second winner? Chloe, look at the computer.
Chloe's not interested.
Yeah. Chloe, do you want to pick a winner? Chloe, help me. Help Dad. Oh, gosh. Don't lick me.
There's the help you wanted.
Yeah, I didn't really want you to lick me. I just wanted you to help me. Okay. You silly. Okay, and somebody says give her a treat, give her a hot dog. Look, this is what she does. Hey, Chloe. Tell everybody, hey, people all over the world see you. You don't even know it. Okay. All right, that was our $1,000 winner. Okay, so Martin was our $1,000 winner. Thank you for those of you that say you love Chloe and she's adorable. She's loud and boisterous, but I love her. All right, our second winner. Okay, $500.
Drum roll.
It's such a here we go. Okay, how about James Baker?
Yeah,
James
James! Congrats!
Everybody say congrats to James. Congratulations, James. Listen, everybody, I want to thank you for being here. Anik, I want to thank you for being here as well.
My pleasure,
and
man.
everybody, make sure you're here next week, same place, same time. You made a commitment. Type your name in the chat right now if you're going to be here next week. I want to see your name because I want to know the names of the people that are going to be here, ready to listen and learn. I got some cool stuff in store, some free stuff in store for you next week, actually. Some cool things I've been working on that I'm going to give away free, provided you are here. So lots of people saying that they're going to be here. Very cool. Anik and I are here right now. If you've got any more questions, feel free to ask. We're hoping to help you even more, help you launch your product. It looks like everybody say thanks to Anik for me. I didn't even get to tell you to say thanks to Anik. That's terrible. Anik's up at 11:30 at night. It's almost tomorrow.
My pleasure, guys. Thank you so much for being here and having such amazing energy, by the way. Awesome. Seriously awesome.
Yeah, everybody's so thrilled, man. Well, listen, we appreciate you being here. It's been a great night. I'm excited about what we're going to do together for my students. I can't wait till I get the email for the first one that's got their product complete through Learn Academy or it's Published Academy, but through Learn. And I can't wait to get that email so I can help them. It's just going to be, to me, that's just, I don't know, it's the coolest thing in the world. So I'm glad you're doing it. I don't have the bandwidth to do that and what I'm doing. I love email marketing. You know this. We talk about it all the time. It's just one of my favorite things in the world to do, and it's one of my favorite things to teach. You know, and you love teaching how to create products and how to launch products. So it's a great fit.
Love it. All right, well, thank you, Anthony. Thank you for putting together such a great crowd. So I think we should all thank Anthony as well. Take a moment to thank Anthony because he does these every single week. And, I mean, you guys can tell it's late for him, too, and he's hanging out. He's not hanging out with his family. He's hanging out with us. So
Yep.
I told you guys, you're in great hands. So it was an honor and a pleasure to be here, and I can't wait to start working with all the students that joined Publish Academy today. You guys are going to be blown away by what's coming up. So thank you so much.
Awesome. All right, listen, guys. Last chance, last opportunity. This thing's going to be closing down. We're going to shut it down. I'm going to let Anik get some sleep, and I'm going to probably go hang out with the family for a minute because they're definitely wondering where in the world I'm at this late at night. Because you know our webinars, they don't normally last 2.5 hours. So sorry it was a little long, but hey, at the end of the day, we don't limit our time. We just want to be here to do the best we can, answer the questions we can, help you the best we can. So if it takes 2.5 hours, it takes 2.5 hours. So look, learn.com/Anthony. Go there now. Don't make excuses, make progress, right? Don't make excuses, make progress. Get it going. Do it now. Go to the website. I'm going to put it in the chat because I saw a couple of you say you couldn't get there. Just click the button in the chat. I just typed it for you. With that said, have a great weekend. Be safe. But have a phenomenal weekend. I can't wait to see you all here next Thursday. We got some cool stuff in store for you. It's going to be really awesome. You're going to love it. I'm going to love it. So I look forward to it. Anik, have a good weekend, man. Congratulations on this, on what you put together. I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to helping everybody.
All right, talk to you guys soon. Thanks again. See you later.
Right. Thanks, man. Bye.